doing again if possible. Although our dead bowling will more improve at the moment, but I will say if the spinner ball middle over is good, then it will be easier.
And you must be very pleased with the way, especially you and the rest of the batters, Saif hasn't handled themselves in the middle while chasing that total.
Yeah, definitely. As a batsman, our goal is have to take risks and took some runs in the board earlier. So we did do that, but it's past. We will looking for it again.
Have you made any changes?
We have two changes. Shorturl not playing, Shakib coming back, and Nasum playing, Rishabh not playing.
All right, Leighton, all the very best.
Thank you very much.
Scott, tough time with the bat the other night, but you'll be hoping that the boys can turn up, especially on the surface, because it's a must-win game for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, we saw the other day that it's a very good surface, so you need to put a good score on the board, and unfortunately we didn't do that the other day, so looking to rectify that today.
Yeah, you will be disappointed, but one thing surely must have impressed you about the way Mat Dawud handled himself early on, because he was looking solid, and you would want him, especially with the kind of experience he has, to continue bat, probably try to bat till the very end.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought the way we started was really nice. I think 20 odd off the first 2 overs, which really set up the power play. And then, yeah, unfortunately, the next few overs we didn't get going, so it put us a little bit behind. But yeah, as you said, hopefully one of our senior players can really stand up today.
Right, and any changes for you?
Yeah, we've got one change. We've got Secunda coming in for Tim.
Right, all the best, Scott.
Thanks.
Right, the news from the middle is that Liton Kumar Das had no hesitation to bowl first after winning the toss.
As the sun sets in Sylhet, it's turning out to be a beautiful evening. At the pitch report, we're on the same pitch which was played the first game. Looking at it on top, I think the big difference I see, hardly any moisture to be seen. In the previous game, if you remember, I spoke about the patches in the pitch as a couple of days before leading up to the game, and also on the day of the game there was a lot of rain, hence there was dew. But here today absolutely nothing to speak about. It's bone dry, and yesterday there was no rain. This morning no rain means curator had plenty of time to prepare. And also something to closer look is the cracks. It's getting wider and wider, but I don't think since a T20 game this will come into play. I still feel this is a very good pitch to bat. Bangladesh won the toss and bowling first. I think it's the right way forward. The Dutch players did say about how they struggle with the dew later on. I think for the Dutch, when they bat, it's very important they set the tone in the first 6 overs. Don't lose any wickets. Try and get to 36, 40 runs without probably 1 wicket. You'll accept it, not more than that, and try and get to 150. And when they come out to bowl, it's about Litton Das and the top two. You get them out, I think they are in the game. Overall, conditions brilliant. I still feel a pass score is 160 needed to try and defend it later on.
In the first T20 International, 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗃 blew away the Netherlands' top order. A clinical bowling display, along with some great fielding, saw the visitors dismiss cheaply. In the run chase, 𝗬𝗏𝗏 led from the front. His flawless 50 helped the home team cruise home comfortably. Comeback man Sylhet Hassan put the finishing touches to a dominant display by Bangladesh. Will the Dutch fight back tonight to level the series? Or the Tigers will roar again in Sylhet?
It's the Dutch Banglabank T20 Cricket Series 2025, powered by Rocket, co-sponsored by 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗃. Hello and good evening and welcome to the picturesque Sylhet International Cricket Stadium for the second of 3 T20 internationals between Bangladesh and the Netherlands. The first one won comfortably by the hosts by 8 wickets, and the final one, well, that's just in a couple of days' time, all at the same venue. Well, the toss here in Sylhet is extremely important. 14 games have been played at this venue, and 11 times has been won by the team batting second. A little bit earlier, Ata Ali Khan was with the two captains out in the middle.
A very good evening from Sylhet. We are all set and ready for the toss. It's the second T20 International of a 3-match series. Skippers are here, Liton Kumar-Dash, Scott Edwards, and Niamur Rashid Rahul, the match referee. Liton, as usual, will spin the coin.
Tails.
Tails is the call. Right, Liton, once again, you've won the toss. What have you decided to do?
We'll bowl first.
I know you bowled really well in the last match, but if you look at the match situation in the first T20 International, what are the areas that you want to see your team improve?
Definitely, we bowl really good over in the new ball, take early wicket. That's the good things we will doing again if possible. Although our dead bowling will more improve at the moment, but I will say if the spinner ball middle over is good, then it will be easier.
And you must be very pleased to the way, especially you and the rest of the batters, Sylhet Hassan, handled themselves in the middle while chasing that total.
Yeah, definitely. As a batsman, our goal is have to take risks and took some runs in the boat earlier. So we did do that, but it's past. We will looking for it again.
Have you made any changes?
We have 2 changes. Shorturl not playing, Shakib coming back, and Nasum playing, Rishabh not playing.
All right, Liton, all the very best.
Thank you very much.
Scott, tough time with the bat the other night, but you'll be hoping that the boys can turn up, especially on the surface, because it's a must-win game for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, we saw the other day that it's a very good surface, so you need to put a good score on the board, and unfortunately we didn't do that the other day, so looking to rectify that today.
Yeah, you will be disappointed, but one thing surely must have impressed you about the way 𝗏𝗏 handled himself early on, because he was looking solid, and you would want him, especially with the kind of experience he has, to continue bat, probably try to bat till the very end.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought the way we started was really nice. I think 20 odd off the first 2 overs, which really set up the power play. And then, yeah, unfortunately, the next few overs we didn't get going, so it put us a little bit behind. But yeah, as you said, hopefully one of our senior players can really stand up today.
Right, and any changes for you?
Yeah, we've got 1 change. We've got Secunda coming in for Tim.
Right, all the best, Scott.
Thanks.
Right. The news from the middle is that Liton Kumar-Dash had no hesitation to bowl first after winning the toss.
No surprises there, not with what the statistics tell you. So the Netherlands will want to make a better account of themselves this evening. They have made 1 change. Tim Pringle has gone out, and Secunda Zulfikar, the all-rounder, has come into the sides. But again, they'll be looking at the top order at Max O'Dowd, and particularly the captain, Scott Edwards, who will walk in at probably around number 4 to get the bulk of the runs. They need more than 160, that's for sure. Alongside me, Shamim Chaudhry, what about the Bangladesh unit?
Good evening, HD. Yes, Bangladesh have the luxury of winning that first one convincingly and trying out their bench strength. Couple of changes. Of course, Nasim Ahmed comes in, so does Tanzim Shakib and replacing Rishad Hussain and Shorturl Islam, and that's the right way to go about it. And the manner in which they played, they'll just want to just do the same old thing and get another convincing win.
Now Bangladesh will be full of confidence. We heard the Netherlands captain say that it's a good surface. We're on the same one this evening as we watch for the first T20 international. Let's hear from our pitch doctor, Faviz Maroof.
As the sun sets in Sylhet, it's turning out to be a beautiful evening. At the pitch report, we're on the same pitch which was played the first game. Looking at it on top, I think the big difference I see, hardly any moisture to be seen. In the previous game, if you remember, I spoke about the patches in the pitch as a couple of days before leading up to the game, and also on the day of the game there was a lot of rain, hence there was dew. But here today absolutely nothing to speak about. It's bone dry, and yesterday there was no rain. This morning no rain means curator had plenty of time to prepare. And also something to closer look is the cracks. It's getting wider and wider, but I don't think since a T20 game this will come into play. I still feel this is a very good pitch to bat. Bangladesh won the toss and bowling first. I think it's the right way forward. The Dutch players did say about how they struggle with the dew later on. I think for the Dutch, when they bat, it's very important they set the tone in the first 6 overs. Don't lose any wickets. Try and get to 36, 40 runs without probably 1 wicket. You'll accept it, not more than that, and try and get to 150. And when they come out to bowl, it's about Liton Das and the top 2. You get them out, I think they are in the game. Overall, conditions brilliant. I still feel a pass score is 160 needed to try and defend it later on.
So the pitch doctor reckons wickets in hand. You need to have none down after 6. Beautiful ground here in Sylhet amongst the tea gardens, and the Bangladesh team always so well supported here in Sylhet. Well, one part of the game that was very, very impressive from Bangladesh was their power hitting, particularly Saif Hassan, 36 of just 19 deliveries in the first T20 international. And there is a man who has joined the coaching ranks of Bangladesh. Atar Ali Khan caught up with Julian Wood.
Right, I'm here with Julian Wood, the power hitting coach. This is a new concept. Tell the viewers what your role is as a power hitting coach.
Well, yeah, I've come over here for the last 5 weeks to work on Bangladesh's power hitting. I've worked with the women. I did about 5 days with the women. I worked with 2 days with the 19s, and the rest of it, the last month, has been with these guys. You know, there's a myth going around that Bangladesh haven't got enough power. They have got enough power. You saw that the other day. They've got great skill, great touch, and they've got good fundamentals. So it's just, I think, somebody different saying different things in a different way. And the mindset has been key, and that was proved the other evening.
Right, and as a former cricketer, I mean, if you look at trying to clear the field, it's you talk about balance, you talk about the contact, you talk about timing of the ball. What are the key ingredients? What you look for from a player, from your perspective?
Well, you know, some players will naturally hit the ball hard. I won't make them hit the ball hard. They just hit it hard naturally. So I won't help them with that. What I can do is help them hit the ball harder for longer, maybe, be a bit more consistent. When they're coming over here, it's trying to sort of give them the knowledge and the understanding of these guys. They're not big. Bangladeshis aren't naturally big, right? They're not genetically big. So they rely heavily on rhythm, timing of their movements. Once they get that right, that gets them to the right place at the right time, which is the ball, and then they can hit the ball as well as anyone.
Yeah, when you see a batter going down the wicket, going to the pitch of the delivery, then he gets into that motion where he can clearly clear the field quite easily. But if he's not to the pitch of the delivery, then maybe the parting comes a little bit more in his favor, whether he can actually clear it if he's not really to the pitch of the ball.
Yeah, he's got to, it's the rhythm of the movements, it's key. And you can hit anything. If you get in the right position, you can get your hands to everything. And my job over the last month is to educate these guys and give them the confidence that they actually can do it. And I think that was shown up the other evening when they played brilliantly. They played fantastically well. And
yeah, I think it's a great concept and a great idea to have you here with the Bangladesh team and for the rest of the development squad. I hope it will stand them in good stead in future.
Well, I hope so, and I'm looking forward to see how they progress.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thanks
All the
a lot.
best.
Yeah, they were mightily impressive the other day with Bangladesh with bat in hand. Well, if the Netherlands are going to emerge victorious, they're going to have to be superior to what they were the other night in all three departments, particularly with ball in hand. Mazharuddin caught up with the new ball bowler for the Netherlands, 𝗂𝗁.
I've got the Netherlands seamer 𝗂𝗁 alongside me. Kyle, obviously losing the first match, making this game very crucial for you guys.
Yeah, we obviously went down in the first one, but I think we've had some good training, some good learnings from the first game, and I think we'll bounce back tonight.
You're among the top wicket takers in the ICC World Cup qualifier European region. What are the difference between that sort of surface and here in Sylhet?
Yeah, I think this is obviously a bit of a better surface than what we used to in the Netherlands, but I think a good ball still remains a good ball, and it's just kind of adjusting to the conditions. The dew the other night was quite a new thing for us to get used to, so yeah, it's been good.
From a personal point of view as a bowler, what are the areas you want to exploit on in this sort of surfaces?
Yeah, I think the lengths are important, and especially the lines on the wicket. When the wicket's so good, it's about getting it on the right line, and the top of the stumps is still a great length. So I think just being nice and controlled and consistent on that length.
I'm sure this is your first time here in Sylhet. So what's your favorite activity off the field?
Off the field, yes, this is my first time in Sylhet. I think drinking tea, it's a place known for drinking tea. So.
Yeah, it's the city of tea.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
I think they're very aware that they need a better performance than they delivered on that first T20. Shamim, what did you make of it? I know it was one-sided. Where can the Netherlands be a little bit better?
Well, first of all, they've got to get a good start. They started off with Max O'Dowd getting 23 of 15 in quick time, and it looked to be taking on the pace bowlers and also the spinner who started off, 𝗃 𝗏𝗃. But once his wicket fell, it was a precision. No partnerships were put up. Pringle got 16, Neither got 26, but there was never going to be enough. And when you are bowled out for 130, well, 8 wickets down at the end of 20 overs for 136, it's really an uphill task. Bangladesh had that luxury of not really having to be forced into any kind of indiscretion by playing loose shots. They just took their time, picked the right balls to hit, and made it look quite simple at the end.
Very interesting that 𝗂𝗁 pointed out that dew was something that the Netherlands had never really experienced before, and it was something that they needed to get used to. We'll look at that a little bit later when they got ball in hand, but for now it's batting, and 160, just below 160 is par, but par's proved to be well below par as far as this ground is concerned.
Yes, I understand what you're trying to say, and when you're talking about par being well below par, that 138 was really nowhere, and that is the correction they've got to make and tell themselves. I understand the thought process of Max O'Dowd, who went off with a bang, but he's got to just be a little more selective with his shot making. I think got a little carried away, lost his wicket. He has the ability, he has got 116 50s, so it tells you that he's a good batter. All he has to do is just watch the bowling early on, just pick out the right balls to hit, and give his partner, 𝗃𝗃𝗃 the confidence to build up a solid opening partnership that's desperately needed for the Netherlands if they want to make an impression in this game.
Bangladesh will open with their traditional spin. Bowled nicely in the first T20 international, but it was Taskin Ahmed, the seamer, the first change, who struck early for Bangladesh. Mehidy Hasan has made this position his own. Very impressive economy rate, under 7. That's exceptional in this form of the game. Two umpires, Mossadur Rahman Mukul, who was at square leg. He was the television umpire for the first T20 international. This man's used to being out in the middle, Tanveer Ahmed. Chatira Jakir is our television umpire, and alongside her will be sitting Nirmal Rashid, our match referee. Runs, that'll run away for 4, neatly tucked away. There's no protection on that leg side boundary.
And straight away they've got the Nexus Bay 4 to start off proceedings for the Dutch. And he'll be very relieved, looking up at the sky. Got a freebie down the leg side. All he had to do is whip it away, just in absolute control. The placement was nice. Hardly any protection outside. 31 Spars Zakir, and was off to the boundary.
He's in a bit of a tricky situation, Max O'Dowd. I hear what you're saying, Shamim, that you don't want him to take too many risks because he's, you know, there's such a lot of importance on his shoulders, but he's also the aggressor at the top of the order. Just held a little bit in the pitch.
Just wondering about those little cracks that Fawaz Maroof was mentioning, whether they're going to have an effect, particularly in the first innings. It's pretty dry. If a seam hits the crack, it might hold up, it might angle away.
A little bit of work for the man at deep mid-wicket, so that's good running. Nice, urgent. Safely home, you'll think.
Yes, but might just want to have a quick look upstairs. And the square camera will tell us from the body language of the fielders. I think everyone seemed to think he's got there safely. And that is also another very good point, the running between the wickets.
Okay, satisfied. The ball was not in hand. I have made my decision for the big screen.
Now, Dutch-Bangla Bank decision pending won't last long because the ball was dropped. And so we will have a Nexus Pay not out. Oh, I tell you what. Dangerous to look through the offside when there's a little bit of turn.
That's the last thing you want to do. I did mention the fact he's a naturally aggressive player. When he sees the ball floated in, he gets excited about it, plays across the line and looks back very suspiciously, and eventually, thankfully, that there was enough bounce to take it just over those bails.
So a couple of things for the Netherlands to watch out for. One is that there seems to be a little bit of turn, and two, there's some nifty boundary riders, because if that ball was held on to, they would have been one down. Now a little misfield will ensure that O'Dowd keeps the strike. It's the end of the first over, 7 without loss. Lovely evening. Since we've landed in Sylhet, we landed in what looked like a swimming pool. There was so much water, but since we've arrived, since touchdown, the weather's been beautiful. 2 changes to that Bangladesh side. So what those changes have ensured is that Taskin Ahmed is going to be given the new ball. He's the man that created the damage. Forfa bowled beautifully, didn't he? Got a little bit of swing, bowled with good pace. There's a fine leg in place. And a deep third. 1 slip.
Perfect. Couldn't be a better start. As an opening bowler, you feel that you've got that ideal length, you've that ideal line. Just force the batsman almost into playing a shot, entice him, and just nips away at the last moment. What a start. That's going to put the seed of doubt in the batter's mind. Let's just have a look at the run-out opportunity. We thought he was home safe, but here's the throw from Tawhid Ridha in the deep. If the bowler could collect it, he'd lost it. Here's the brilliant throw. Quick one. Just have a look at that once again. That's guided to deep third for a comfortable single. Just one quick look at that run-out opportunity. Here's the pickup. Here's the quick release. A flat one into one bounce. Lovely throw in, but Mahdi Hassan should have hung on to that. That could have been a wicket.
And there's a real lesson there as well, because Vikramjit Singh paused in the crease waiting for Max O'Dowd to call him for the second. He needed to start running. If the run was turned down, he can always go back. But he was the one that was a little bit slow out the blocks.
Just had a look at the area beyond the floodlights, the lush green fields. Previous match's wickets, the one that got the leading edge, easy take. And then he went for a big one, nicely judged in the deep. Hands off, no power, only the height, not the distance. Number 3, and this is number 4 for Taskin Ahmed. A little bit of a misunderstanding maybe between the two fielders, but eventually one called and caught it safely.
Has he got enough of it just to get over mid-off? The outfield here is normally very, very quick. But the intent is clear. Doesn't matter who's got ball in hand. The Netherlands, with these opening 2, will go after it. Yeah, Taskin Ahmed 4 for 28 in his 4 overs. And at that moment in time, I think there was a couple of nerves around, because the Netherlands had got off to a decent start. Max O'Dowd had gone after shorturl Islam. Bangladesh can always rely on Taskin Ahmed to come to the party when needed. Shot, nice shot, beautiful rhythm to that flowing stroke for 4.
Next is pay 4, and that was a good one. All he did was wait at his crease. No real foot movement. He waited for that backup length delivery and thrashed it. Really had a lot of power in that and went rocketing away. Lovely shot. That will be giving him a whole lot of confidence. These two, as I mentioned, need to get the Dutch off to a good start, and they have so far.
Slip comes out. Yeah, raced off the bat. 5 on the offside, 4 on the leg. No catches for Taskin. Tight. Gets away with it. End of the second, 14 without loss.
The lovely surrounds of the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium. At the end of the monsoon, it's all green, and it's such a pretty size. It's cool, and you really enjoy taking a walk amongst the tea gardens. And when you're in the stadium, it's such a pretty stadium also. Wonderful facilities, as we see Nasim Ahmed, who's one of the 2 changes in the team today, coming in for his over.
When you don't want turn, you get it. Nicely flighted, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was released pretty high up, pretty near his head, and every time you're releasing the ball high, you expect that little bit of purchase. Almost had him there.
Chance. This should be the end of O'Dowd, and his Nasim Ahmed gets the first one. at a television screen somewhere near the dugout to see that Nasum's getting a touch of turn. And out first ball. First ball.
Unbelievable.
Oh, how the captain would dream of that higher score being bettered here tonight. No hat-trick has ever been taken by a player from Bangladesh in a T20 international, and that record remains as Edwards just nudges it down the ground for a single, excuse me, but two interesting strokes that were played to lead to those dismissals. I agree with you here, Shamim, a little bit too full. Gives himself room to try and cut, and because there's a little bit of turn, it gets away from him and ends up catching the toe end of the bat and presents a simple catch for backward point. O'Dowd's dismissal similar in that the ball just holds in the pitch. So he almost has to wait, and he waits too long. It finds the toe end of his bat. Simple catch for mid-on. So both of them not really reading the surface particularly well. There is a little bit of turn, and there is a little bit of two pace. It's just holding ever so slightly in it.
And that's what you've got to do as a batter, is just gauge the nature of the wicket before you try to take everything on and max it out right from the word go. Didn't really learn from his mistakes in the previous game.
A huge over for Bangladesh. 3 gone, 17 for 2. Down already inside 3 overs. Nidamanuru and O'Dowd. And Litondas, the captain, has recognized that there's something in this used pitch. It was the same surface that was played on in the first T20 international, and so he turns to spin again. Mahedi now from the opposite end to what he started on.
We were talking to Litondas yesterday. He reckons that yesterday he changed and brought in Saif Hassan because Rishad was saying the wrist spinner was not getting enough turn, and neither was Mahdi for that matter. See a similar kind of thing from the two bowlers at two ends.
We can already see more turn, a lot more turn compared to match one, but that's understandable on a used pitch. Gave himself a little bit of room, has hit that well, has hit that very well. Brave stroke when you're 2 down, it comes off.
Yes, indeed, but what was good about it, it was a proper cricketing shot. I think he was pretty confident of his position when he just made room for himself, backed away, and was there for a free-flowing shot. He was making the right contact, And despite that despairing effort, it has gone for an 𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃.
The one thing that you can always expect from a used pitch is that no matter how hard the curator tries, there's always less moisture in it. And so it gets drier, which allows the ball to grip and turn, and it also takes pace out of the pitch. And that would have contributed to the dismissal of Max O'Dowd. When you look at it, it would look beautiful. There's no doubt about it. The pitch has always looked good here in Sylhet. But you have to take into consideration that it's a surface that was used 2 days ago, and probably very little work would have been done to it yesterday. Good early call.
A huge responsibility on the skipper now to steady the rocking boat. 2 down for 23. They need to just not really worry about the run rate. Just build up a partnership, frustrate the bowlers, force them into errors, and allow to take advantage of that errors when they come.
They are strangling Bangladesh. 6 from that over, 23 for 2. Two overs remain of the power play, and most of it's being done by spin. Brought into the side. Wilson didn't play the first T20 international, but he already has success.
A very impressive bowling by the Bangladeshis so far. Every bowler chipping in. This man in particular has got those couple of wickets for a paltry 4 runs into his 2nd over. Looking good, the local boy enjoying himself.
Yeah, and you can't help thinking that once they get out the power play, 𝗏𝗏𝗏 will turn to Sylhet Hassan, who had such a good match with bat and ball. So he has 3 spinners to his disposal. Helped round the corner, the outfield should do the rest.
Yes, absolutely. It's a pretty quick outfield, and as Tanvir Ahmed signals the 𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃, you could see that he was into position, looked to use a little bit of angle, a little bit of grip and turn inwards, and just played it fine. Maybe not from the middle of the bat, but that'll do nicely. Need the runs to ease the nerves that have built up. It's desperate for Netherlands to build up this partnership.
Edwards is a good runner between the wickets, so he will get through for 2. Bangladesh will always look to throw to the 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 that's for sure. It should be easier for the left-hander to accumulate against the left-arm spinner, but there is the threat that if he does look for a boundary, there's the deep mid-wicket and the long on. Finds the offside. That's good batting.
This is top class from 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. For the 2nd time, he's backed away. Just makes the room. It just takes that wee bit of time to adjust to the pace of the ball and thrush it away for 𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. Is looking very good. Perfectly done.
A good cricket, couple of boundaries, and then rotated the strike very effectively. Good over that for the Netherlands. 12 from it, 5 gone, 35 for 2.
A sight to behold, isn't it? Look at that sight. Sylhet International Cricket Stadium, right? Netherlands in a 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, 35 for 2. But they've picked up few boundaries, which has been pretty impressive, playing to the merit of the delivery and ensuring that you get past the inner field. Another look. It's an amazing, amazing sight, especially during this time. Look at the colors. Absolutely stunning. Wow. Pervez Mahrouf, what do you think?
So certainly matches your attire as well, Athar Ali Khan. Beautiful, stunning.
Yeah, if you're looking at the colors that I'm actually wearing at the moment is white and blue. But yes, thank you for the compliment, Maha. But what a sight. This is absolutely stunning. This is great camera work. Sight to behold. No question about that. Now, Vikramjit Singh is looking impressive here. And the kind of start that he has given to his team, it's important that he carries on. We've seen him even in the first T20 International. Fans have come in big number, already filling in. He's now gone up to 24 of just 16 deliveries. Makes up some room and he throws it away. Unbelievable, he cannot believe it, but it's Taskin Ahmed. Just when he was looking dangerous, he gets out, and credit to one and only Taskin Ahmed.
Throws it away again by Vikramjit. The last game, Taskin dismissed him, getting him caught at long on. This occasion, that was a lovely slower delivery. Vikramjit trying to give himself room to go through the offside or go over the offside. No pace to work with. And Tanzim Hassan Shakib, who's playing in place of Shorturl Islam, takes easy catch and is rocket out with Vikramjit gone for 24 of 17. 37 for 3, Netherlands.
Just when things were looking in favor of the Netherlands, especially Vikramjit Singh, who was looking good. He hands an easy catch at short third. The new batter, 𝗃𝗃𝗃 Ahmed, left-hander. They need to get some sort of partnership going on here, because remember, it's a very, very important game for the Netherlands. They've already lost the first T20 International. It's a 3-match series. Now, what has he done here? What has he done here? Oh, he makes a mess of it. He could have been the second bowler this evening on a hat-trick.
It could have been on the replay of the last wicket, the same bowler, same catcher. Not too sure, but the shot by 𝗃𝗃𝗃, just the first ball. Tanzim Hassan Shakib, in his defense, at the last second, he slips, isn't he? So that made sure that the ball fell in front. And he was well under control, I thought. And that can happen to anybody. Unlucky, Taskin Ahmed. You just can't keep him away. 4 wickets in the last game. And already he's looking dangerous. Bowling well, hitting the back of the length quite consistently.
That's a poor effort from the batter there. I don't know what he was trying to do there, because we all know how good he is especially in these conditions. 𝗃𝗂𝗃𝗃 Ahmed, he's in a top neck. Well, that's the wicket earlier on. 𝗃𝗃 Singh should have gone a little bit harder. That was the same fielder. He couldn't believe his luck.
I think he wanted to, but there was lack of pace. That's what happened in that dismissal. But just on Shariz Ahmed, the last two deliveries, not too impressive when it comes to how he started. When you're playing against a quality bowler like 𝗃𝗂𝗃𝗃 Ahmed, play the ball on his merit, especially when 3 wickets have fallen already. Liton Kumar Das doing the right thing. He's smelling another wicket, a slip in place.
With that single, he will retain the strike. 5 runs and a wicket to 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 Ahmed. After 6, Netherlands 40 for 3. The power play done and dusted, and they've managed to score 40. They've actually scored more runs previously in compared to what they did in the power play in the first T20 International, where they managed to score 34, but they lost 3 this time around. They only lost a single wicket in that first T20 International in the power play. They need to be working a little bit more harder, looking for some sort of partnership. Tanzim Hassan Saqib in the attack.
A big opportunity for Tanzim, playing in place of Shorturl in the power play. Is all Bangladesh. First one, Maxwell Dowd. Trying to go mid-wicket, easily taken by Hriday of Nasum. Right next ball, Anil Teja, Hidamanu. First ball, easily taken at cow point. Nicely played by Scott Edwards, back of the length by Tanzim Hassan at 136. And the last wicket to go. 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, slow ball, trying to go over cover point or short third man of a slow ball of Thaksin, and he perishes. Yes, 1 wicket in the previous game, 3 here. I did mention in my pitch report, it's all about setting the tone as a batting side when you're especially playing against a quality Bangladesh side looking very strong at home. Nevertheless, I think a lot of credit should go to Liton and the team.
Now this is good batting. Just making sure that you play to the merit of the delivery and don't try to be a little bit more explosive with the bat, because once you start losing early wickets, then you got to repair the damage by making sure that you just bat through, making sure you don't really lose another wicket. Lost 2 and the score of 14, then the lost could have lost another one on the same score, 37. Catch was not taken. Yes and no, big problem, big. Oh, just needed a hit, direct hit, it would have been gone. Big mix-up, but he gets away with it. It's Hriday.
I thought 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 had the presence of mind that in the first play he didn't have to throw it. What he did, he knew that the ball batsman was way too forward, did the right thing. Couple of steps, probably 4-5, and then rolls it and he misses it. 9 out of 10 times he would have hit it. Not today, or not this occasion, 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃.
Archer edge flies just to the right of Liton Kumar Das, and it'll be a boundary.
Impressive start by Tanzim Hassan. That actually flew through a genuine edge, back of the length at 138. Not too sure Scott Edwards was trying to play a defense or attacking stroke. Take a look at that bounce, steep bounce. A good start by Tanzim.
The tennis ball bounce rose very, very, from a really good length, very high. Again, looking to rotate strike. No, still there, 7 in that over. After 7, 47 for 3. Same squad that will go on to play the Asia Cup. It's all about getting your team in a sort of that mindset. Remember, back-to-back series wins for Lichan Kumar Das and his troops, the Tigers. First against Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka, then they beat Pakistan at home. And they've started again with a win, the first T20 international against the Netherlands. And you got to keep up with the momentum. The winning momentum always give that extra edge, doesn't it, Maha, to any team. The self-belief, the confidence starts to grow a little bit more. You start to trust your players a little bit more.
The impressive part for me in this side, Rishad Hossain didn't do nothing wrong in the last game. He's been touted as the backed as the next big thing when it comes to a leg spinner. He's been rested for this game. You get Nasser Mohammed into the side, a couple of wickets in the power play. And the other hand, Shoriful Islam has been rested. Tanzim Hassan Shakib in the last over was impressive. So as a side, as a squad, selection committee, this is what they want. Fighting for places each other. And at the moment, looking at this 15, I think this is the best way forward. And I'm pretty sure, Arthur, that if Bangladesh win this squad, the others who have not played a single game would get a go before they head to the Asia Cup, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? Nicely played over the top of that infield, and the covers cut off in the deep, but they'll come back for the second. Couple of runs and the 50 up for Netherlands. Yes, to have a look at the right combination also, because different surfaces when they go to play in Abu Dhabi. Remember, all 3 matches they play will be in Abu Dhabi. If you got to find the right combination, and it will give them the opportunity to find the right combination. They made couple of changes already in this game. And you rightly pointed out, and if they go on to wrap up the series and win this one, then the ones who have not been given an opportunity, perhaps we'll see them in the 11. Why not?
Beautifully played, inside out. Should be at least couple here. Tanzim Hassan Shakib does the fielding. And just on that point, that's what advantage that Bangladesh will have in the Asia Cup, with playing all the 3 games in the first round on the same venue. So no traveling, same stadium. They'll know the conditions pretty early. And talking about the combination, I think the pitches will be more similar to Asian conditions. It should be the same as far as I'm concerned when it comes to the combination, but they've been successful in the last couple of months. 54 for 3.
Yeah, there are 2 groups, so top 2 teams from each group will qualify for the Super 4. First up against Hong Kong, 11th of September. Then against Sri Lanka. And then Afghanistan. Right, Fizz back in 140 wickets. He's been very good indeed. He's been very economical, maybe not among the wickets in the last 1 or 2 games, but the batters find it very difficult to get him away with scoring runs. There you go. Sri Lanka and then Afghanistan. Now all 3 matches at Abu Dhabi. And that's one advantage, because you want to play at the same venue and get used to the condition as quickly as possible. And I'm sure they'll be traveling a few days earlier to get used to the condition. It's a tough group, Maha. Sri Lanka and also Afghanistan.
Yeah, group of death, that's for sure. One of the test playing nations will bow out. And that's going to be very, very important, the early games. Afghanistan, they're playing a tri-nation at the moment in Sharjah. Sri Lanka busy playing in Zimbabwe. Bangladesh are busy playing the 3 T20s against Netherlands. So a lot to look forward to. I think Taskin Ahmed, the impressive part about him is the development of that slow delivery. In the last game, I remember, a couple of wickets with the slow delivery. And there's a massive difference with the pace on and the pace off delivery. So as a batsman, most of the time you get foxed by lack of pace. That's what happened to 𝗃𝗃𝗃. In the air. And mid-on fielder, he takes it, backpedaling. That was a wonderful catch. But Scott Edwards was given that opportunity to go over the top with mid-on, mid-off, both in the circle. And Fizz strikes in his first over.
It's a good catch. It's a very good catch. Never easy. Was trying to hit it over the top, and he knew he was in trouble. Imon, who was fielding at mid-on, had to run back. Have a look at this catch, and judged it to perfection. Very good indeed. So Fizz gets his man. And Scott Edwards gone for 9. It's rocket out. It's 55 for 4. Noah Kroos is the new batter. Now the problem for the Netherlands is that they just keep on losing wickets one after another. They haven't really managed to hang around. And batters trying to hit too many shots. And every time they've tried to take on the bowlers, they've managed to get out. Scott Edwards was looking decent when he decided to take on Mustafizur Rahman on the 3rd delivery that he has bowled. It is his first over. Right, slip comes in for the right-hander. Straight on to the fielder, and he misses it. So it'll be a single.
Yeah, Mustafiz will get all the credit of picking up the wicket as well as Imon. And I think a lot of credit should go to Liton Kumar Das as well for the field settings. It was not there to be put away over long on. The length was on the shorter side. And after the power play, 5 fielders outside the circle is given the permission for. But in that occasion, only 4 fielders outside the circle, giving the invitation to Scott Edwards. If he wants to use the long handle, take it. He takes it and bites the bait.
Signaled a wide. It's important for the batters to realize that what are the lengths that you're going to take on your chances. Because he was not really full. Was it close enough for Scott Edwards to take the bait? And he just went through it. Have a look at this. Back and across. Yeah, never in a good position. He's trying to hit it out towards mid-wicket, and the ball goes towards mid-on. Again, well bowled. Good running. Oh, non-striker, shy. You got to be careful here, because if you lose another wicket here, Maha, for Netherlands, it's going to be very, very tough to post a total worth challenging the opposition.
𝗃𝗃 𝗂𝗃 just quietly in this innings tried to be the aggressor with some lovely inside out against Mehdi Hassan, and he would have expected Scott Edwards would be playing the anchor role, drop the anchor, get those singles. But since Scott Edwards got out, now onus is on young 𝗃𝗃 𝗂𝗃 to be the anchor and bet Crows to probably be the aggressor. I think this is where the communication becomes very handy. Unfortunately, for the boys from Netherlands, it's not been the case.
It'll be a wide. They'll have to re-bowl that one more time. He's got bowled a couple of wides in this over. He's gone for 6 already, but he has the wicket of Scott Edwards. So where it has really damaged the hopes of Netherlands putting up a good total here. They're going at a rate of just under 7 at the moment. So if they go at the same rate till the very end, they'll end up scoring 135. After 9, it's 60 for 4. We've seen some really good camera work. Here's another one. Nice. Right, most wickets in the T20 internationals for Bangladesh. 𝗃𝗃 right at the top. And closing in is Fizz. 141 wickets to 149 for 𝗃𝗃. Taskin Ahmed closing in on 100. Oh, what a player he has been for Bangladesh. Mustafizur Rahman. Oh, a ball. Beautifully bowled.
Beautifully bowled by Tanzim. Back of the length, just hint of movement away from the right hander. More than anything, it's about the length. Best match length, as they say, zipping through to the wicket keeper. Under lights, most of the time, up in Sylhet, there is something for the fast bowlers. If they are willing to hit the deck with a nice seam position, there's always some sort of help, isn't it? I think Taskin Ahmed, that's why he's been very successful, especially up in Sylhet.
And if you look at the surface itself, the ball has nicely come onto the bat. So batters need to trust the bounce. The shot selections has been a worry part for Netherlands in the first T20 international, and also they repeated the same mistakes over here in second time around. Not easy. Home conditions for the home team, very valuable, knowing exactly what to expect from any surface they play on. So the visitors have to do a little bit of more homework to ensure that, yes, if the ball is in the right place, what we need to do. Yeah, 𝗃𝗃 started well, 24 of 17, but sorry state of affairs so far.
We spoke a lot about a pass score of 160 in Sylhet. And I think sometimes when you associate country playing against a quality side who's winning at home, very well balanced side, it's all about how you pace your innings. The first 6 overs, the 7 to 15, that's where the small targets should be there. Maybe the target was given in the team meetings, but executing in the middle has been a problem. Just watching how the Netherlands side batting, I don't think there is a plan or a target how to get it to that. And that's brilliant. This is brilliant. The fielding has been top-notch in the first game. And I think, looking at the body language of the fielders in the inner ring, this is mighty close.
Are we going upstairs? They'll go upstairs.
TV umpire to director, we have a review for run out. Show me the first side on angle.
The Dutch-Bangla Bank decision pending.
Keep rolling. Can you zoom it here? Can you freeze and zoom it here when the bases are off? Move forward. Do you have any other angle for that, director? Do you have any other angle from the another side? I want to see the bat from the other angle if it is possible. Yeah. Okay, can you zoom it here? One frame, yeah, zoom it here. Okay, satisfied. The batter is out of his popping crease when the bases are off. I'm ready. Position for the big screen is out.
Now it is OUT. Excellent work from the fielder. It is rocket OUT. Yeah, excellent work. They managed to pick up wickets one after another. That was the first one. Max O'Dowd hitting what down the throat of 𝗿𝗂𝗃. Very next ball, straight into the hands of Amon. Nassim picking up 2 and 2 was in a hat trick. This was Taskin Ahmed. 𝗵𝗺𝗴𝗃 Singh was looking dangerous. Scott Edwards trying to heave it down the leg side, getting caught in that fashion. And then this is excellent piece of fielding. This is absolutely sensational. This went upstairs, and I thought the third umpire, 𝗃𝗄𝗃 did wonderfully well there. She was spot on. 61 for 5 in all sorts of trouble. in 9.4 overs. Remember, they were 4 down in the first T20 International after the end of the 10th over. Now then, has he taken it? Yes, given. Nothing's going their way, and everything going Bangladesh's way. Another one bites the dust.
The problem has been there's too many.
The Netherlands is in all sort of trouble here. Kyle Klein, 9th innings in his T20 international career. Nicely played, nicely played. They should pick up a single, but a very good over. Couple of wickets in that over. After the 10th over, Netherlands 62 for 6.
Were inserted by Bangladesh, and I tell you what, Bangladesh have followed up a brilliant performance in their first T20 international with something that you could argue is even better. And for the first time today alongside me, Mazharuddin. What about this for a nippy delivery?
Good evening, HD. Outstanding delivery. Totally outfoxed Shariz with an extra bit of bounce as well. And some extra pace. So the seamers doing the trick for Bangladesh. Yes, they started off with 2 spinners, but all the 3 seamers are doing the trick for Bangladesh. And the local boy, 𝗀𝗡 𝗂𝗃, bowled outstandingly well.
I love that delivery. I really do. Is that so often T20 cricket is just considered a batter's game, but there's some bowlers out there that say, you know what, I'm going to spoil their party. And that's exactly what 𝗀𝗡 did. He's run in there and said, you know what, you're not expecting a bumper, but I've got enough pace and I bowl a skiddy one. And he's caught him by complete surprise. And just the reaction tells you everything. I mean, he just flaps it. It's like, oh, what? You can't bowl that to me. It's T20. Well, he has, and you're gone. So how do they play from here? I mean, 130 odd wasn't enough in the first T20 international. I mean, how do they go about posting something that can be challenging when you're 6 down?
Well, first of all, they need to bat out those 20 overs, 𝗍𝗍. That has been the case even in the first match. Between 7 to 15 overs, they lost 4 wickets, scoring 64 runs. Today, they lost 3 in the power plays. So both the batters need to realize the fact that they need to stay there till the end.
Another slow ball. He's one of the best in the business at bowling it, is the Fizz. The Netherlands will get two. 𝗵𝗂, it's a great change-up.
A test of character for the Dutch batters, and someone like Mustafizur will surely test them. He's bowled really well in the first match as well. Yes, he picked up just 1 wicket, but those slowers disguising the batters quite often. They say crisis brings the true test of characters, and it's a big test for the two batters in the middle.
Oh, he's gone. Beat him for pace. He's given him a slow one the ball before. And now Sikander Zulfikar gets one that slips through the defences. And his return to international cricket is short-lived.
Again, surprising the batter. This time, the stop delivery. Hurried onto him. He was expecting a slower. Top of the stump. Outstanding. Too good for the batter. Fifth strikes yet again. What a way to get his second wicket off the game. Sikander Zulfikar departs after 2. Netherlands 65 for 7.
I suppose we're going to describe this as going from bad to worse for the Netherlands, but you're only allowed to play as well as your opposition allow you to. And Bangladesh are flexing their muscles here this evening. Aryan Dutt is the new man. Mustafizur Rahman is one of the best in the business, and he's showing all his skill here this evening. So successful over for the Fizz and Bangladesh. End of the 11th, 66 for 7. Superstar might be an overused word, but Mustafizur Rahman is exactly that. The 5th highest wicket taker in T20 internationals. Let's bear in mind, that's internationals. That's not all these thousands of leagues around the world. That's spanked through cover and will give the Netherlands a boundary.
Aryan Dutt struck a gorgeous shot on the up for the Nexus Pay 4. Played that on the up. Good hands. Seen him playing some good shots even in the first match as well. This guy can bat. Trusting the surface will be key. He's the one who can trust the surface.
And there was a slip in place. Now the slip goes out to mid-wicket. Tanzim doesn't like getting hit for boundaries. Wonder what sort of length's going to get dished up here. He's already bowled a cracking bumper earlier on in the innings.
We mentioned about Mustafizur Rahman. He said he's a superstar. I say he's a magician. That was his stock delivery. Just surprised the batter. He was expecting that slower delivery. It hurried him. Top of the middle stump. Outstanding. This is where coaches ask you to bowl. Hit the top of stump.
Goal. You know that was LBW, huh? It hit the pad before it hit the stumps. No, I'm only kidding. Tim Southey, the New Zealander, sits at the top. And I guess there's no real surprise with the man that's in second position. One of the greatest there's ever been in T20 cricket, Rashid Khan. But two men from Bangladesh, Shakib Al Hasan and then Mustafizur Rahman, who's hunting him down.
He's also the second seamer in the list after Tim Southey. We've seen how the spinners dominated this T20 internationals over the years. But the way Mustafizur has applied himself, there was a period when he seems to be struggling at one point of time. But the way he came back shows his character. One point seemed like he was hoping for the pitches to give some assistance to him. But in difficult surfaces, he should come up hard. Down the leg side, wide given.
Yeah, we actually alluded to that in the first T20 international between these two sides, about how there was a period where he struggled. So good job you were listening at home. But it's almost, there's been a slight role change. I mean, when he first came into the fray, he opened the bowling and swung the ball back into the right-handers, then was used at the back end with his classical Yorkers. Now Bangladesh use him in the middle and at the back end still, but he bowls a whole lot more slower balls at the back end than he does Yorkers. Nice early call. Got to be careful though. You want to slide your bat in there when there's direct hits coming from everywhere. And I think that the longevity of a player is determined by if he is prepared to reinvent himself. Here's this run again.
Fielding has been terrific today, especially Saif Hassan was involved in a terrific run out. Just finishing off with Mustafizur, nowadays I see him bowling round the wicket. I've seen how Wasim Akram used to bowl those coming around the wicket to the right-handers, creating those angles. You can't be predictable in international cricket. So yeah, the more you play, the more you learn.
Just nudged away off the hips. So it's ticking, but very, very slowly. 12 gone, 73 for 7. Going, can you, when the wickets column is ugly? And the Netherlands lost 3 inside the power play. The score wasn't bad, but when you lose 3, there's always a brief period of rebuilding, which never really took place because then they lost 4. And that's why they find themselves in such a poor position. Dutt and Klein, what can they do? We haven't even seen Saif Hassan yet. 2 for 18 in the first T20 international, not required yet.
Bowlers doing the job for Litton. He rotated his bowlers really well. Started with spinners from both ends and then the 3 seamers coming in with different sort of variety. This Bangladesh bowling lineup has got that variety. Someone like Taskin Ahmed, who's an express fast bowler, and then you have Taskin, Tanzim Saqib, speedy customer, and then Mustafizur with his cutters and magical deliveries.
started the rot. Nasum, the first couple of wickets. First one, Max O'Dowd. Just held in the surface and found the toe end of the bat, and then this one turned. Oh, that'll be gone as well, will it? No. Didn't leave the crease.
Ariandat's eyes lit up. Tried to play that over extra cover.
TV umpire to director. We have a review
Someone who
for
loves to play
stumping.
shots.
I have checked the feet already. It's a fair
A little
delivery.
bit of turn as well by Nasum.
Show me the first side on angle.
The umpire referees.
They've gone upstairs.
Waiting for the side on angle. Can you go back once again? Rock and roll. Yes. Okay, satisfied. Satisfied. I have made my decision
So
for the
our
big
Dutch
screen.
Bangla Bank decision pending. We'll also read 𝗂𝗂𝗃𝐽 not out. Just for a moment there would have been heart in the mouth stuff as the back foot was raised, but it was brief.
Nasum Ahmed picked up 2 wickets in his first over. The first one was O'Dowd, hoping for the ball to come on to him, kept a bit low and slow as well. Both the wickets were pretty similar in the toe end of the bat. In his first match in the series, Nasum, the local boy.
That's beaten everything. The Dutch won't mind how they get their runs.
I'm sure the captain won't mind as well from Bangladesh. It was a very good delivery. Unlucky. But the Dutch will take it. Dips through. Did he hit it? It really hurried on to Ariandat. Probably a bit of bat on that one. Yeah, the expression said it all.
Yeah, there was a little inside edge. Just a little one. End of the 13th, 5 from that over, 78 for 7. Well, their eyes will be firmly on the World Cup in February, the Netherlands, where they will be participants. They'll desperately need improved performances before then. They're capable. They know the big giant killings that they've done. Our TV umpire is making her debut, 𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃. Done a lovely job so far. Should be taken and is. They've been faultless in the field. Have Bangladesh. They have yet to make an error as the Netherlands have lost their 8th.
Things are going from bad to worse for the Netherlands. Thaksin Ahmed strikes again. Zakir Ali won't miss those. Taken a blinder in the first game, it was easy for him. Another wicket falls for the Netherlands. Kyle Klein departs after scoring 4. Netherlands 78 for 5.
8 down. 8 down, they would have been hoping for an improved performance. It hasn't. It hasn't come for the Netherlands. 𝗂𝗏𝗂𝗃, known for his bowling, and he's got great numbers when it comes to his bowling, but he is desperately needed now with the bat. And because of the situation the Netherlands find themselves in, my co-commentator 𝗂𝗍 has had to charge downstairs. And alongside me now is Atar Ali Khan. Another one goes down here, Atar.
Nothing has really worked in their favor. Even the fielder. Have a look at where Zakir Ali is standing. He's at least 20 or maybe 15 yards away from the boundary ropes, and still they just couldn't get the ball through or over the top of his head. Good delivery. But no answers whatsoever against the likes of Taskin Ahmed and company.
They've utilised this delivery well as well, Bangladesh, the bouncer. Sometimes I think that a 4 is undervalued by batting teams. They all want to hit the ball for 6. Whereas when you're in trouble, or if you're 4 down or 5 down, why don't you try and find the boundary along the deck? It is such a quick outfield here as well. You get value for your shots.
And if you lose so many early wickets, then it's trouble for the lower order batter. You're asking a little bit too much. Already 7 down when he tried to play that shot and hit it straight to Zakir Ali. Reason why I felt that perhaps the top order needed to take a little bit more responsibility. After losing 1 or 2 wickets, someone had to just stick around.
And when you lose 3 wickets inside the power play, you've got to take your medicine. Just be a single to end the over. 14 gone, 81 for 8. The Netherlands, they too have qualified for the T20 World Cup. They did that via the Europe region. They qualified alongside Italy, who they beat in the final by 9 wickets. Good shout and given. No surprise. When you're 8 down, why not take the review?
TV umpire to director, we have a review for LBW given out. I have checked the feet already. It's a fair delivery. Front on, please. It appears the ball is close to the gloves. Go for the ball track. Ultra, please. Okay. Appears the ball is close to the gloves. Ultra. Okay. I can see a murmuring. Can you go back once here when the ball is close to the bat? Okay, I can see a movement in my right hand side, but left hand side there is a gap. Go forward, go forward. Okay. Director, do you have any other angle for that? With the outrage? Yes. Waiting for the another angle. Okay, just freeze it here. Go back when the ball next to the bat. Okay, I can see a murmuring in the right hand side, but in the left hand side the ball is very, there is a big gap between ball and bat. Keep rolling through till the pad. Okay, satisfied, no bat involved, go for the ball tracking. Pitching outside off, impact umpire's call, wicket setting, stand by Tanvir, stand by. Stay on your original decision, signal now, signal out.
Gone. Gone, gone, gone. Rocket out, Paul Van Meeker and sweeping. Gives Nasum his third. He goes for 3. They're almost done here, the Netherlands. 81 for 9. The man that hails from St. Martin in the Caribbean, Daniel Doran, now a fully-fledged Dutch international. And don't be fooled by his size. He is not a big, fast and nasty. He is a left-arm spinner. But he now needs to wield that willow. Left-hander against left-arm spinner, 𝗿𝗏𝗄𝗃 Khan. Surely just takes it on now.
He's here because of this. Straight away, I had given it. Question was, where did it, was the impact? Umpire's call, since it was given. We've gone on to clip the off stump. Just been a poor display of batting.
Probably could afford to have a short leg in there. Although the size of Doran, I'm not sure there'll be any takers.
Yeah, what about Nasum Ahmed's inclusion in the 11? Started with a bang. There you go, you asked for it, here he is.
Yeah, nice as a selector, isn't it? When you leave someone out and you bring someone else in and that person has immediate success.
He was on a hat-trick. He's bowled beautifully, didn't give anything away in his last ball of this spell of 4 overs. He's got 21 runs and he's picked up 3. Can he get a 4 for?
No, he can't, but it's a sensational spell of bowling. 3 for 21 for Nasum, the Netherlands, 82 for 9.
And 40 for 3 in the power play, 7 to 15, 42 for 6.
just a matter of time till Bangladesh wraps up the Netherlands innings. It hit 2 for 9. And Mustafizur into the attack. 2 for 9 of his first 2 overs. Beg your pardon, Taskin Ahmed. Yorker. Oh, the straighter would have been a different story.
Sensational with the ball in the first T20 International was player of the match, Taskin Ahmed. He's not looked back. Very impressive this evening, also picking up a couple of wickets. Nearly picked a wicket of his first ball in this 4th over. Very good Yorker. The line not straight enough.
Impressive again, Taskin. To the last over, 2 for 14. 4 in the first game. Oh, nasty. Pitching it short. That was a slip fielder, Liton Kumar. And certainly, he will fancy his chances in this over.
Yeah, just on a shorter side of the length. Good delivery from Taskin Ahmed. The first one that he bowled was a Yorker. The second one on the shorter side. What is he going to do next?
Nice and full would be nice. Aryan, that 10 of 12. No more get the bat, Aryan. Slower delivery and dispatches it over square leg. That was a nothing delivery. Just set up beautifully as a rocket 6 over square leg.
First 6 of this innings, that is a cracking shot. Aryan Dutt has picked that slower, short delivery, was waiting in anticipation and whacks it away right from the middle part of the bat for the maximum. Terrific hit, 76 meters.
I did mention he's no mug with the bat. That's a quality hit, sitting deep in his crease, picked up the slow delivery early and dispatches Taskin Ahmed over square leg. Slow ball again, but this occasion was nice and full. 8 boundaries and a 6 so far in this innings. And Dutch Bangla Bank is the first European joint venture bank in Bangladesh and a pioneer in the banking sector of Bangladesh in terms of customer trust and confidence through transparent and pure banking. Trusting is the way forward for Dutch Bangla Bank, but not in this Netherlands side, especially the top order. 2 minutes of dismissals, in my liking.
It's so very difficult for any team if they lose wickets one after another. Really none of them trying to just hang around to stay for a certain period of time to ensure that even if you don't score quickly, you don't lose wickets. Didn't happen. And if that doesn't happen, then this is what can happen. 9 down for 89. The Netherlands fans would have hoped that they would have made a better fist of things in the second T20 International. Hasn't been the case.
Slow ball again. No short mid wicket, just resulting in a single, and Taskin Ahmed finishes his spell. 4 overs, 22 for 2. 16 overs done, 90 for 9. A very impressive all bowlers being used today by the skipper, Liton Kumar Das, especially the 2 bowlers who have finished the quota, Taskin and Nasun. 2 and 3 wickets respectively, putting the brakes on the scoring rate. Tanzim Hassan Shaki playing his first game of the series in place of Shorturl Islam was impressive as well. 2 for 9 in his first 2 overs. 𝗵𝗂𝗧 is into the attack. Short third man, short fine leg, cover point shot, extra cover the 4 fielders in the ring, and expect plenty of cutters into the pitch from 𝗵𝗂𝗧. Starts off. Should be a couple of runs for Aryan Dutt. Don't think he had any idea about where the ball went, since the ball just turned a bit. Doesn't matter. Couple of runs for Netherlands.
He came to bat at number 9 in that first T20 international. I thought he looked pretty decent. 13 unbeaten of just 8 deliveries, Aryan Dutt. It's the cutter, just rolling the fingers over. And once again, even tonight, 19 of 17 with 2 fours and a 6. I wonder, it could have been an option to send him up the order.
Shot. A long off in place. 𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗏 bat peddling. Oh, misjudged it. If he had stayed where the boundary row was, he could have taken it easily. 𝗵𝗂𝗧 is not a happy man. And 𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗏 misjudged it totally. Brings up a nexus pay of boundary.
Yeah, again, the cutter is a little bit fuller this time, so his eyes lit up. He knew he was in trouble because when he hit that shot, he knew that it was a fielder just a few inches away from his outstretched right hand. One bounce to the fence, so it'll be a boundary.
Yeah, total misjudgment by 𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗏. Looking from our commentary box, looking at where he's standing right now. Even now he's about 15 yards in front. Not too sure the thinking pattern, but certainly a golden opportunity to wrap up the innings missed out. A pace off. Again, that's a third delivery. Athar Ali Khan, not too sure what's going on there, long off.
It should be closer to the boundary rope there, for sure, because now the batters, this is the last pair. So batters will be eyeing to really hit it over the top and try to pick up a few boundaries or even a 6.
Should be a couple of runs. Aryan Dutt is quite keen to come back. Yeah, he goes back pretty easily. And just quietly, Aryan Dutt has passed his highest score. 25 of 20. Previous best 17 runs is easily taken over. I agree with you, Athar. I think he looks a quality player. Even the last game, couple of the boundaries he scored was excellent.
And you can see because he's connecting it, quite nicely. I mean, if you look at the rest of the batters, what they've managed to do in this innings for the team, disappointing, not him. That's the reason why I felt that perhaps he could have been sent right at maybe in the middle order.
Just a single. Durham got only one job now, to keep away the last ball. And try and get to at least 120, a psychological mark of 6 runs per over to be scored by Bangladesh when they come out to bat. Just need 7 runs per over, but the problem, only 1 wicket in hand. Quick discussion to Durham. Keep a short bat lift and get the bat down as quickly as possible.
It's important for them to ensure that they play the rest of the overs. Yes, it's just the last pace. You don't want to take any unnecessary risk. Already 9 runs in this over. So this has been good from the Netherlands.
Oh, nicely done. Short bat lift, brought the bat down in time to keep away the Yorker. 99 for 9. losing wicket in regular intervals in the middle overs was the downfall for the Netherlands, even in the power play. Lost 3 wickets. And some ploy used by the Bangladeshi bowlers, especially the fast bowlers, is pulling it short, whether it's with pace and off pace. That was the slower delivery, short delivery by Thaksin. Caught at third man. Taking it short, the back of the length being trusted. That was a nicely directed bouncer by Tanzim Hassan to get rid of Shariz Ahmed, easily taken by Liton Kumar Das. When you have pace, why not use it to your advantage? Mehdi Hassan, 3 overs, 20 runs, should be a couple of runs here. And rightly so, Aryan Dutt in the first ball itself, showing his intent, trying to go for the big shot.
This pair has added now 20 of 16 deliveries, and it's been a good one. Especially Aryan Dutt, he's been a very good. You have a couple of runs, 100 on the board for the Netherlands. Highest partnership so far in this innings has been 23 runs, so they're closing in.
Nice and full. Two is the call by Aryan. I think, yeah, he's coming back, taking on Zakir Ali's arm, and he made it with ease. This is excellent running. Good intensity shown by Aryan Dutt.
Yeah, very good. And knowing that it has gone in the gap between that fielder at deep square leg and deep mid-wicket, so immediately 2 are on. They're putting the pressure on the fielders in the deep and coming back quite comfortably for the second.
So far, Aryan Dutt has been excellent. That was quite lucky inside edge to the boundary. Picked up the slow ball of Thaksin, dispatched it over square leg. Now Ridhoy misjudged the last boundary, which went for a crucial one. And this occasion, Mehdi Hassan slowing it down, pulling the length back. And Aryan Dutt trying to go over long on, misses it completely and loses his off stump as a rocket out, with the Netherlands all out for 103 in 17.3 overs.
A disappointing end to his innings because I thought he looked good in control, 30 of 24 in the end. And still they had 2 more overs to play after this over. That's a crime, what he tried to attempt to do. Bottom edge onto the stumps instead of looking to play down the ground and look to pick up singles and twos. He wanted to pick up a boundary, but nevertheless a really good knock from Aryan Dutt right at the end. Gone for 30 of 24, and Netherlands gets bowled out for 103.
Temptation always there with the off-spinner bowling a right-hander trying to strike. Pacers 40 for 3 in the power play, 7 to 15, 42 for 6. That's where Netherlands lost their way in the 16 to 17.3, 21, the loss of Aryan Dutt's wicket.
I've got former spin legend from Pakistan, Bangladesh's spin bowling coach Mushtaq Ahmed. Mushtaq, you must be delighted the way the Bangladeshi bowlers bowl so far.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yes, I think they've been working really hard, and we had a very good camp here before these games. And I think the guys playing a good cricket now. They are very focused, and I think I'm very happy with their performance now.
What about Naseem Mohammed playing his first match today, replacing Rishad, and then picked up 3 wickets? Your thoughts on him?
As I said, they've been working really hard. Whenever we have a rotation policy, whoever goes there, I think from the management and the captain, we have a full freedom, and full backing to those guys. Nosom bowled very well today, and I think 𝗃𝗵𝗲𝗂 in power play has been bowling well also. I think whoever fast bowling and fielding, you can see there's a plenty of energy in the field now. So I think things are looking good now.
Asia Cup is around the corner and will be played in Abu Dhabi. So spin will play a crucial role over there, and your thoughts on the Bangladesh spin department and your hopes as well.
I think I'm very optimistically, I can say that, like all the management, all the team, we have to believe one thing: we can compete with anyone. And I think the tools we have, like all the good spinners we have, like Rashad, he didn't play this game, he's a match winner. So I think in Abu Dhabi's condition, I think spinners will play a huge role. But at the end of the day, we have to play smart and good cricket. And as long as we do understand the condition and situation and adapt the condition quicker than opposition, I think we'll do well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Certainly, I'm pretty sure all Bangladeshi supporters will be optimistic of the Asia Cup. Target when they come back is 104 in 20 overs. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll have the chase by Bangladesh.
Very good evening. Welcome back to the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium for this second phase of the Dutch Bank Bangladesh versus Netherlands T20 Cricket Series 2025, powered by Rocket and co-sponsor Nexus Pay. Well, Bangladesh have dominated again today, winning the toss earlier and sending the Dutch team in, and they needed a good start, and exactly the opposite happened. Max O'Dowd going for 8, Vikramjit Singh stuck around for a while, but regular fall of wickets really wasn't giving the Dutch the stability they needed to put up a good score, and eventually, despite that cameo of 30 of 24 from Aryan Dutt, they just folded for 103. Very, very impressive performance by the Bangladeshi bowlers, all of them chipping in. Standout performance by the left-arm orthodox spinner, the local boy Nasir Ahmed, 3 for 21, and good support from all the others. Well, it's highlights package would be normally of a lot of shots, but you'll see a lot of wickets falling. HD.
Max O'Dowd was the first to go. The new man brought into the side, Nassim, getting to just hold in the surface, and it was back-to-back wickets for him. Another one just turning and holding. And a couple of boundaries that needed something special from the middle order, but they didn't really get it. Bangladesh were absolutely brilliant. Spin made the initial breakthrough, and then the introduction of Tuscan Ahmed. He naturally is always in the wickets. Lovely catch. Bangladesh have been very impressive in the field throughout this series so far. None better than Saif's run out.
Yes, it was a touch and go, but it went in favor of the fielding side, and then a swivel round to get a bat on ball, got the gloves, and this one he didn't know too much about it. Look back, see him stumps uprooted. Lucky on some occasions, got them a few runs, but was never going to be enough. Try to go for the big one once again, as you mentioned. Some good field and good catch. This was given by the on-field umpire, went for the review, and on second look it was confirmed. They tried to go for the big hits, but particularly at the end, throwing the bats, and in the process kept on losing wickets. Rather disappointing from most of the batters, and the Netherlands on second time, they haven't really been able.
All the pressure on the Dutch. They will feel very, what's the word I'm looking for? They'll feel pretty down after two poor performances with the bat. They haven't left their bowlers much to defend again. And Julian Wood, who will be sitting in the Bangladesh dugout as the new or consultant power hitting coach, he'll be thinking, yeah, my knowledge or my coaching isn't being tested here really, because chasing 80 is not going to showcase what he's bringing to the table. How Bangladesh go about their work, that'll remain to be seen, but they did make short work of it, Jamim, as you mentioned, in the first T20 international, so I think we can expect aggression.
Yes, I'd imagine so. Brimming with confidence, carrying it from the last game, and then emphatic with the ball in their bowling innings. Good support from the fielders. It's all gelling together nicely. Must remember, this is all in preparation for the Asia Cup coming up soon, and they will be bolstered. Professor Senimon, 388 runs with 1 century, a couple of 50s to his name, and a good strike rate of 140. He can really pack a punch, and I just feel this, if they have a look at the wicket, we saw a prodigious turn today, much more than we did in the first game. So that's one area they'll have to be watchful of. As if coming so very good down the line when he plays shots over the top down the line. Spectacular. 550s, a lower strike rate than Imon, but these two, if they can set up a good opening partnership, there will be trouble for the bowlers. Aryan, who did his bit with the bat, now needs to do it with the ball. 25 wickets in his 25th match. Got to get a breakthrough early if the Dutch are going to at least make an impression in this match. Dutch Bangla Bank, let's play. Oh, Hinter turn straight away.
I know we make a lot of the turn because it's certainly more than the first T20I international, but it's the hold. The batter has to adjust his stroke because the ball is clearly holding in the pitch.
You're absolutely right, HT. We noticed that lack of pace off the track coming to the bat may have been a reason for at least 2 of the wickets that fell, definitely. They just couldn't gauge that. And compounded by a little bit of an extra turn, not the easiest thing. Oh, it goes across, trying to sweep that, misses it with that turn again.
It's amazing how you say that they lost those early wickets because they couldn't quite gauge the surface. Well, they didn't even try, did they? Because they were out. The second ball of, you know, Nasum's over, and then the third ball also a wicket. So no one bothered to sort of have a look and go, okay, this is how the surface is going to play.
Now he goes reversing, might land him in trouble. Thankfully, he's just spooning over the head of the keeper and landing safe. Tell you what, this seems to be taking a leaf out of the attitude of Max O'Dowd in particular, going for the big shots.
I don't think anyone has a look anymore. Just 120 balls, see as many as we can get, and don't waste any.
Yeah, not the wisest. He did take the wicket of 𝗂𝗶𝗴𝗲 in the first match, in the first T20I. The ball just held its line, crept through his defenses and struck timber. Oh, very watchful this time, but the ball did its job. He's making the ball turn prodigiously. Good stuff from the bowler.
Used pitch. Let's just remember that this is exactly the same surface as was used in the first game.
Oops, well, not quite sure. Ball was spinning in. End of a very good over, 1 without loss.
Center. Little bit. That's it off. Yes, off. Write him down.
We've seen domination by the bowlers in the first part of the match, and even in the first over, you could see that the batters are having a bit of a problem. Kyle Klein, 24 wickets. Only in his 16th match. Oh, way down the leg side. That's going to be a wide.
He struggled in exactly the same manner on Saturday in the opening match. Came around the wicket, likes to swing it back into the left-handers. Your margin for error from around the wicket is virtually 0. You start the ball too straight, you bowl a wide down the leg side. You start the ball too wide of off stump, you get clattered through the offside. Really would love to see him bowl over the wicket and swing it back into the pads.
Oh, and that jack back. Wasn't quite sure now. There's touch and go. Underarmed at the keeper, Scott Edwards, and if it hit, I think the batter might have been a spot of bother.
First things first, this is nearly chopped on. Then the non-striker says, we'll try and steal a single, but Scott Edwards is quick as the keeper. And a direct hit would have seen us go upstairs again.
Well, it's all happening in the first 2 overs, and good for the Dutch. Not allowing the freebies. He's still got that angle going that you mentioned. Maybe he doesn't find it too comfortable to come over the wicket, as he's angling the ball in. Can pitch it around. If it's too straight, it's going to be clipped away.
Yeah, some bowlers find it a little bit easier to come around the wicket. They can hold their action together. When they come over the wicket, they can tend to try and push the ball, and then they lose the ability to swing it. It can be effective, but his margin for error is very, very small. That's the only thing.
Not again. No, he's losing. He's trying to put too much shoulder into the ball. It should be pitching right outside the off stump to bring it back in. It's pitching about the middle and goes down leg.
And the most effective bowlers from around the wicket, we think 𝗂𝗡-𝗡𝗂𝗡, we think England's Stuart Broad, they tend to bowl the ball angling into the left-hander, and then it straightens. And because they're looking for the outside edge, they bowl a lot of that in the longer format of the game, Test cricket. Here, Klein is definitely a swing bowler. He wants to swing it back in.
No swing there. Easy pickings. Try to overcompensate in the process. The width was offered, the shortness of the ball, and immediately a nexus pay for results from the bat of 𝗶𝗃𝗃.
I'm sounding like a stuck record. You start too straight, you bowl wide down the leg side, you start too wide, and you just allow the left-hander to just free his arms. You've virtually got a handkerchief to aim at with this angle of attack for Kyle Klein.
Oh, that's a good comeback delivery. Exactly what he needs to do on a consistent basis. Really made him play, and is just past the edge of the bat.
This is the delivery that Klein visualizes before the match starts. If he can land it there, the angle of attack is effective. That, as has rightly been pointed out from the man alongside me, is 5 out of 6 need to be there, not 2. He's already 8 off the over, and there's still 2 balls remaining.
Once again, just deflecting off the thighs. Could have been another wide if it had gone past the body. Leg by signaled, but struggling, definitely struggling is Kyle Klein. Just getting 1 ball in that area that would make him happy, and others all over the place.
I'll tell you what I would be tempted to do, might be a little bit risky, is to bring the deep third up inside the 30-yard circle, because if it swings and the left-hander tries to get it down to deep third, he could chop it on. This would allow Klein then to move the fine leg back onto the boundary, which could then help him if he does get it a bit straight.
Oh no, he's got a hold of that. It was over-pitched. It was in line pretty much. The length was not too bad, but what a lovely swing of the bat for another nexus 4 to end a big over. 14 without loss. Bangladesh winning the toss again, and later on Kumar Dash, no hesitation in putting the Dutch into bat, and that tells you the story. Folding for 103. Hardly anyone putting up their hands. Lost a lot of wickets to shots that could have been avoided. Bangladesh off to a flyer. A good ball. Cramped him for space.
It's a lovely way to end the over. Now just slightly over pitched, but that's a wonderful stroke.
Ready, boys. 1-2 here. Yo!
Imon, not for the first time, attempting the sweep and almost landing himself into a spot of bother.
Something else that Scott Edwards can consider here is that the game is highly unlikely to go 20 overs. So you need to get the bowlers that you feel can take the most wickets. You need to get them on. You need to bowl out their overs. Spin looks likely.
There you go, another one. Mixes pay 4. He was into position for that reverse. Very balanced at point of impact, and off it went.
Gee, it's a good shot. Just a little bit over pitched. But that's all about the stroke. Yeah, so Edwards could possibly bowl his spinners and Paul van Meekeren, who is their main bowler. Because as I mentioned, it's highly unlikely that you're going to bowl 20 overs here. So when someone like Kyle Klein is struggling, there's no need to keep bowling him.
Every time he tries the orthodox sweep, somehow it keeps on missing the bat. That's extra bit of bounce once again. We notice smiles all around, but the bowler will be a happier of the two.
There's a clear difference in length here, though. Aryan Dutt pulls his length back. Now the ball sticks in the surface. He probably could have even played a square cut to that, never mind a sweep shot, because it was on the shorter side.
Well, the speeds have been reasonably consistent, except for the ball prior to the last one.
His first over was a very tidy one. There was plenty of turn, variable pace. It was a little unfortunate, but a lovely start to the innings for Aryan Dutt.
Hasn't done too badly in this over, that reverse getting the boundary. Other than that, Imon has not been too comfortable. Now again, trying to hit it too hard in the process, does not quite get it where he wanted. However, there is a single to finish off the third over. It's 19 without loss. Well, the Dutch team made a lone change. Zulfikar coming in as a batter at number 7. Hasn't really been able to show his prowess in his debut match. And all in all, the team are struggling with the bat. As expected, he does not continue. Now, they might go for a review there. They seem to be pitching outside leg.
Well, I hope Kyle Klein is watching. If you come over the wicket, you've got an opportunity.
We have a review for LBW given out. I have checked the feet already. It's a fair delivery. Front on, please. Waiting for the front on. It appears the ball is close to bat. Move on to the ultras, please. Go back once more. Okay. No spike when the ball passes the bat. Satisfied, no bat involved. Go for the ball tracking. Pitching outside off. Go for the ball tracking. Pitching outside off. Outside leg. Okay. Tanvir, revoke your decision. You're on screen. Signal now.
Right, there we go. It was given very quickly, that decision, and initially I thought it was pitching outside leg. They went for the review and it stayed with the batters. But, well, something to encourage the bowlers, and immediately when you beat the bat, every time there is a moral victory, something for the Dutch bowlers to take forward.
It wasn't far off. It wasn't far off from the old umpire's call there. Just not enough of that ball was in line with leg stump. But Van Meekeren has been introduced into the attack.
Yeah, disappointed, but tell you what, go forward. Don't let it worry you. Just keep on bowling tight. Make the batters struggle for their runs. Put some pressure. Got to put up a fight. Good stuff. Yeah, makes them think with that short pitch delivery. Bangladesh in the fourth over, going at 5.7. Going comfortably. Initially there were thoughts of really bludgeoning the ball, but then the ball kept missing the bat. It just watered down their initial attacking mode to a more selective one, which is the right way to go. Oh, swivels around and just over. Oh, must have had his heart in his mouth for a while. He's gone for an excess pay for.
We saw this in the Bangladesh bowling innings. The fielders standing 15, 20 meters inside the boundary rope. It's not like it's a slow outfield. The outfield is very, very quickly. I can assure you the ball will get to you. So I've no idea why. I mean, I know it's a fairly big playing surface, but if the deep square leg is on the boundary, he catches that by his chest.
Oh, very tentative. This has been a good over. Had the batters in all sorts of trouble. He might have had 4 runs. So 4 lucky runs because of the placement of the fielder, who has now gone back to the boundary. Wise after the event. Won't do.
And that's pace taken off. You know, often a captain will say to his outfielders, those who are patrolling the boundary rope, I want you to save 2. So be in a position where you can save 2. And that inevitably gives the license for the fielder to come off the boundary rope.
Yorker Leng, excellent over. Really had the batters in all sorts of problems, mixing up the deliveries. That's good.
So there'll just be little things that a captain will say to his fielding unit. He'll say to the men in the inner ring, right, hug the inner circle, which means he's happy to surrender a single, or he'll say save 1, which means they need to come in, virtually be on the square to be able to save a single. And then a similar thing for the boundary riders, on the fence, right on the fence, or be in a position to save 2.
Well, it's just signs of disappointment, I feel, after he's bowled some good balls. One could have gone for a catch. One got the inside edge. Frustration seems to be creeping in to Paul Van Meekeren with that wide down the leg side.
There's that deep square leg now, who's right on the fence now. Now that's where you get your heels against the boundary rope. You walk in from there so that if you feel the ball's going on your head, over your head, you just take a step or 2 backwards and you hold on to the catch.
Now, that is really struck very hard, and it goes over the top for a rocket 6. What a strike. Excellent shot down the line. finishes the over, which turns out to be a 13-run over, as 32 without loss. Bangladesh in absolute control at this lovely ground, Sylhet International Cricket Stadium. Let's have a look back. This is quite a historic day. On this day, Bangladesh for the first time beat New Zealand. That was at Mirpur. They bowled out New Zealand for the first time in T20 internationals. 60 is all New Zealand could muster. Nasum, who is featured in this match, 2 for 5. Mustafizur Rahman, 3 for 13. Saifuddin, who's in the squad, 2 for 7. Bangladesh really romping onto a comfortable win by 7 wickets with bits and pieces from Shakib Al Hasan, Mushfiqur and Mahmudullah. Oh, backed away, and it's just thought of an appeal. This is the lovely shot.
Yeah, this is all class. There's no clearing of the right leg, as Julian Wood would probably teach them when it comes to power hitting. This is just a cricket stroke. Full face of the bat and timed back over mid-on for 6. I think Aryan Dutt's just suffering a little bit from cramp. We hope it's cramp and not a pulled hamstring. It's warm out there, it's humid, and let's bear in mind he was the pick of the batters.
He was, and they need him to bowl out his overs too. Well, the crowd has been pretty happy. Well, there was a tussle between Aryan Dutt and Pervez Hussain Imon. Got him in the first match, and even today he had him foxed on various occasions with his bowling. Yeah, I think he's trying to hit the balls too hard. You can see that efforts made, the tight bowling, and then that attempted sweep, not for the first time. Tried it again, the reverse. He did get hold of that, but prior to that, he had another attempt at the reverse, which went behind the keeper. It was quite a good tussle between the two.
I almost think that from a spin point of view in this, you need to be a little bit shorter rather than fuller. If you're going to make a mistake, I think you need to be shorter as a spinner on this pitch than full.
A little pause in play as Aryan Dutt gets a little bit of treatment. All decked up. They know they're on the big screen, and immediately they're jumping up and down.
He's just suffered a little bit from cramp, hasn't he? But we all know one thing. Once you've got cramp, it doesn't go anywhere. It just takes a little bend of the knee, and oh, you feel as though you've been hit by the sniper again. Oh, there.
Keeps on bothering you, but you've got to just forget it if you can. This is when it happened. Just pulling up, holding his hamstring, and also making sure it doesn't continue. He's hobbling around, very comfortable. Maybe at the end of the over, which will be his 3rd, he might be given a bit of a rest, get some rehydrating done, but that's the last thing they want because he's bowled well. Struggles to get to the crease, but despite that, bowls a decent enough delivery.
It's always in the back of your mind here. Horrible feeling. Cramp.
It's in the middle of the night and you wake up not knowing what's happening. Here at least you know. Take action, but these are 2 good balls despite the hobble and difficulty in, you need to have that balance at time of delivery of the ball. It's done exceedingly well. 3 dot balls. Priceless at this point in time for the Netherlands team. Once again, he does cramp the batter for space. Excellent bowling. Can be proud of that effort so far.
4 boundaries already in Pimmon's over. 3 of them 4s. And then a fantastic stroke over mid-on all the way.
Oh, he makes room for himself. There is a bit of an effort, but that's going to race away for another Nexus pay for just one delivery, which is a little away in line, angled in, and he is immediately pouncing on that one.
Trying to use the pace. Neatly played.
Well, he's done well so far, except for that last boundary. He wants to finish, if he can, with a dot. The last delivery, nicely manufactured. Backs away. Is stopped there. So finishes with a dot. After 5, it's 36 without loss.
Yeah, after the end of the 5th over, they were even Stevens in terms of runs. 36 for Bangladesh, 35 for Netherlands. But the problem with the Netherlands have lost 2 wickets. Bangladesh, none. So another good little opening partnership between these 2 left-handers. Asking questions here. And they need someone to stand up for the Netherlands team and try to pick up a wicket here. Because Bangladesh at the moment cruising along. No real worry because the total they're chasing is not a big one at all. 103. They needed 104. Once again, good to see the fans coming in big numbers here. Imon on 22 of 19, 3 4s and a 6. He's on strike at the moment. In the air. Oh, he slips over. Managed to somehow stop that ball. Good work in the deep. Good evening, Maza.
Good evening, Atabhai. Again, 𝗵𝗡 Imon has lost his grip at the last moment, played that with one hand. We've seen previously 𝗃𝗓𝗓 Saqib also slipping in the outfield. This time it's the Netherlands fielder. But does really well to stop that one, must say. Daniel Durham, the fielder there, does really well, save the boundary.
Yeah, very good. Excellent work in the deep. He's staying around the wicket. Now it's gone through. Only a couple of more runs here, if not 3. It's a good chase. It's a long one. They will get back for the 3rd. 𝗃𝗃𝗓 is the fielder.
Not quite where he intended to play, Tanzit Tamim. Will fetch some runs. Steady start for Bangladesh, must say. Both the batters got the start in the first match as well. They need to convert those. Not a big target, as you mentioned. Bottom hand coming into play. Fortunate enough to get the gap on that occasion.
Gone. Chased a wide delivery, and in the end, he's nicked it to the keeper. So finally, success for Kyle. It is the rocket out.
He will be really disappointed. The idea was to clear that infield. Yes, it's the last over of the power play, and Parvez Imon wanted to make the most out of it. But Kyle was equal to the task. An easy catch behind the stumps. Jubilation for the Netherlands. First wicket down for Bangladesh. 𝗂𝗂 departs after scoring 23. Bangladesh 40 for 1.
In comes the skipper, 𝗬𝗂𝗃𝗄𝗃, with a very well-made 50 in the previous innings. That's what he has done in his T20 international career. Best of 83, he's gone past 2,000 runs, 13 50s for him. Slip in place. That's well bowled, on target, on stumps, and a bit fuller too.
𝗬𝗂𝗃𝗄𝗃 is here because of this. Tried to play that wild hoik, 𝗂𝗂𝗃. Tried to play that really hard, rather trying to play on the onside. He must have tried to play on the off. Yeah, the idea was right, to utilize the power play. It's the last over of the power play.
A much needed break for Netherlands. Again on target. Now this is what he needs to do on a consistent basis. I know it's not a big total for them to defend, but if we can produce similar kind of deliveries over and over again, this might just create a bit more pressure.
They say it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the fight of the size in the dog. Netherlands really need to come up with that fighting instinct.
Inside edge, so he'll open up his account with that single towards the square leg area, and he will keep the strikes. It's the end of the power play, and Bangladesh have managed to score 41 for 1. After the end of the power play, Netherlands was 40 for 3, Bangladesh 41 for 1. It's the wicket that really dealt a heavy blow. In the end, only they managed to score 103 Netherlands. So confirmation from the umpire, power play done. {PRO: 63 runs in 84 deliveries with 9 wickets in hand. Should be a pretty easy task for Bangladesh. But we've seen funnier things happen in cricket. Never take anything for granted. If you're set, make sure you take your team through to the win.
Julian Wood, the power hitting coach of Bangladesh. We've seen some good hitting in the first T20 international. 𝗬𝗂𝗃𝗄𝗃 played some glorious shots. He doesn't need that power, otherwise. He's got all the elegance.
He's a class act. He's in the non-strikers end, 𝗬𝗂𝗃𝗄𝗃. Will be a wide down the leg side. Got some lovely touch in that first T20 international. We saw him creating the ball through the offside onto the onside. This is some lovely, lovely timing.
Never easy for the bowlers to defend such low target, especially for a team like Netherlands. They will be under some sort of pressure. The condition on the surface as well as the heat here in Bangladesh.
There are a couple of experienced players missing out for the Netherlands. What is important, the ones who are here, they got to put their hands up and say, okay, fine, it's our opportunity. It is us who needs to do the damage. They haven't done nothing much with the bat. Nurul Hassan Chauhan in the squad on the left of the screen, Shamim Hussain Patwari. Right next to Nurul Hassan is Rishad Hussain, and padded up is Saif Hassan. You'll probably be hoping that if Bangladesh can go on to win tonight, maybe you'll probably see more new faces in the 11. Again, onto the pads.
Yeah, this Netherlands series is a great opportunity for Bangladesh team management as they're moving towards the Asia Cup. It's the same squad they're going to play in the Asia Cup. And as you mentioned, the likes of Nurul Hassan Chauhan, Shamim Hussain Patwari is also there. Mohammad Saifuddin is someone who the team management would love to see. Gives a lot of variety in the squad as well. A luxury for the coach.
Yeah, it's a good combo. They've got a really good bench strength as well. Even after leaving out those players, you can see that swing and a miss. But there will be opportunities. There will be surely opportunities for them to take part in this series as well. Have a look at the batters. Liton Kumar Das, Tanzil Hassan Tamim, Saif Hassan, Redoi, Iman. Nurul Hassan has had a wonderful time with the bat in the recent past. Jakir Ali, Shamim Hussain, a number of all-rounders. 4 all-rounders there. And they've got a really good potent pace attack led by Taskin Ahmed, Fiz, Shoriful Islam and Tanzim Hassan Saqib. That's nicely played. Just waited on it. Just opening the face of the bat. Good batting. Didn't take any risk, but still end up picking up a couple of runs.
I'd love to see someone from these two finish the innings for Bangladesh. Bangladesh batting unit, especially in the recent past, have shown a process where someone from the top 3 scoring a big knock. 4 out of 7 matches before this game, Bangladesh won, where the top 3 among one of them scoring a 50. We've seen Liton Das scoring a 50 on the other day.
Extra bounce, well taken by the skipper, Scott Edwards. 6 in that over, after 7, 47 for 1. The Saif Hassan made a good impression with the bat and the ball in the first T20 International. He's matched an unbeaten 36 of just 19 deliveries. He picked up a couple of wickets. Even tonight, he was pretty good in the field when he picked up a really good run out. That's the match summary. So far, Netherlands bowled out for 103, could not play the full court of 20 overs. Aryan made a brilliant effort right at the end, 30 of 24, and 24 were 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗃 Singh, but not enough. And if you don't really put a big total, Mazza, the problem is there's no real pressure onto the opposition. The big lad, Daniel Dorham, in the attack. Left arm spinner, best of 3 for 14. The reverse, he misses it.
A bit slower this time around, Dorham. 6 feet 7 inches tall. Plays for Leeward's Island in the West Indian domestic cricket. Also played for Sussex in England during his early days. He was inducted into the Sussex County Cricket Club Academy in 2015.
Well, a bit of a hand. It might just not go all the way. We'll have to wait. It does. Yeah, even with that hand. But in the end, it is 𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 4.
Innovation. 𝗵𝗺𝗃𝗃 plays that shot really well. We have seen playing those couple in the first match as well. Unsettle the bowler's line and length when you play such shots. You can see it in the face of Doram.
You probably expected the fielder to make a better effort because it was not that far away from that fielder. A little bit quicker.
.1 kilometers per hour. A seam of delivery. Gone quickly past the outside edge.
That's well bowled and also very well played. Played it late. That's opening the face of the bat. They should come back for the third. They might have another look there in the deep.
Deliberately played. Just using the pace of the bowler. He knew there was no slip in place. A clever shot and very well done in the deep by the fielder. Surely saved a run for Netherlands.
He's bowled well in this over, but even then they've picked up 7 runs. The last delivery went for 3 runs. The reverse, which went past that fielder at short third, went for a boundary. 50 on the board also now for Bangladesh.
Thank you.
Aryan Dutt
Thank you. Return.
made a good effort with the bat. But nothing much from the top order, apart from 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 Singh, who was looking also good. Have a look at Aryan release height, the point of release 2.15, and have a look at Doram. He's 6'7" or 6'8", 2.43 meters. The leading edge. He was trying to play it on the onside, but they'll still manage to pick up a single. Tanzim, and will keep the strike 8 in that over. Bangladesh 55 for 1.
Square.
49 of 72.
Paulie, you got to be out there.
At this stage, Netherlands were 54 for 3 after the end of the 8th over. So basically, in terms of runs, are actually close to each other. 54 for Netherlands, 55 for Bangladesh. But as we said earlier, mentioned earlier, loss of wickets. And then after this stage, Netherlands started to lose wickets very quickly and cheaply. Maxed out in the attack. Right arm off spin, a leg spinner. Straight away, down the ground. Oh, it's gone all the way. It is a rocket 6.
Tanzila Santamim says hello to O'Dowd with a 6 of the very first ball of his over. Nicely played. It was over-pitched right onto his arc, but the bat swing was good. Comfortably cleared the fence.
Straight as an arrow. Love the way when he targets down the ground, presenting the full face of the bat. That is a beautiful shot. Just pulls the length back, and he was anticipating that. So he played it late. He'll come back for 2 more.
So the batters now look to finish the game remaining unbeaten. That will give them a lot of confidence, especially someone like Tanzit Tamim, who missed out in the first match on 20s. So remaining unbeaten will surely help grow his confidence as a batter.
On to the pad, so it's nicely tucked away for another single. Have a look at the release. Yeah, different grips for different bowlers. This was completely different, not the conventional way of gripping the ball. Yeah, nicely bowled. But it is also important that you land it on a right, nice line and length. That is even more crucial for the bowlers. And if they can do that, then they will trouble the batter.
We've seen how dew played a crucial role in the first game. The players mentioned about the dew factor, so it's never easy for the spinners. So trying something different is Doram's case on that particular delivery.
Hit is straight again to the fielder. Already 11 in this over, so it's turning out to be a very good over for Bangladesh. That's well bowled. Got the leading edge also. He gets that extra bounce because the release point is from quite high, 6 feet 7 inches in height. Again, straight to the fielder. The dot to finish the over. 11 in that over. Bangladesh 66 for 1 after 9.
Dutch Bangla Bank, the sponsor of this series, is the first European joint venture bank in Bangladesh and a pioneer in the banking sector of Bangladesh. In terms of customer trust and confidence through transparent and pure banking. I've got an account in this bank, Atar bhai, by the way.
Good for you. Yeah, nicely bowled. Maybe just drifting down the leg side, but he just couldn't get it past the fielder at short fine. They started well here, Doram. Couple of dots to start with. Yeah, this is a touch short on the offside, so easy pickings. This is good running, putting a little bit of pressure, taking the first one very quickly and then coming back quite comfortably for the second.
Yeah, we mentioned about the release point, the extra height that Doram has. Gives him that extra bit of edge when it comes to that bounce from the surface, extracting that.
Now, has it got enough legs? Has it got enough legs? Oh, it might have gone. He's lucky because it's Max O'Dowd. He was getting under, he got underneath the ball and he dropped it. And while dropping it, it's lucky the ball fell inside the boundary ropes. Otherwise, it would have been a 6. We'll have to have another look here.
His heart was on his mouth, Tanzit Tamim. Max O'Dowd, normally a very good fielder, totally missed that one. Just missed that one. As you mentioned, Athar Ali Khan, the ball was inside the boundary rope. So yeah, not a boundary though. The umpires will confirm that.
That should have been taken. Yeah, well, he grabs it. Right there, the ball fell out of his hands. He was still inside. But then he lost the balance and he went out. So had he caught it, he might have just gone over the ropes and it would have been a 6. Very lucky, very lucky. Just a single. Too easy for 𝗬𝗺𝗃𝗃 to play it on the vacant area and picks up an easy single.
Yeah, it's disappointing from a bowler's point of view. You did all the hard work, and then the catch gets dropped in this manner. Daniel Durham.
After the end of the 10th over, Bangladesh 71 for 1. And it is drinks.
And it's been Bangladesh all the way, right from the word go. Domination with the ball, making Netherlands score 103, and then with the bat, they just went about their business in a very clinical manner. Once and twice, there were opportunities, but more often than not, it was the middle of the bat. There's the one I was talking about, could have gone anywhere. That good save eventually, throwing the bat and paying the price. That was the only wicket to fall that of 𝗂𝗃𝗄𝗃 𝗂𝗃. And since the arrival of the skipper Liton Kumar-Dash, he's joined in with Tanzit Tamim to really assert the authority and build up a very good partnership. Already 31 of 28 balls and dominating this match. 103, as I said, is what Netherlands could muster, and Bangladesh cruising to what should be another comfortable win, only losing 1 wicket so far, needing 33 of 60 balls. Very happy position to be in, Robert Maru.
Indeed, Samim, dominating. It almost feels like cruise control. Bangladesh ever since they won the toss, indebted to bowl first. Equation, 33 runs needed in just 60 deliveries, just a matter of time. But the two batters in the middle and see their chances pitching it off as soon as possible.
Yeah, they'll be thinking about what they could have done better in their batting innings. The Dutch, really at times, unnecessary shots, trying to play too many shots without really gauging the nature of the wicket or the type of balls they're facing. The little lessons they've got to rectify very, very soon.
I thought they went too hard too early. It's not about going up
hard in the first power play and losing wickets for the death overs. You want to keep wickets when you're playing against a side high in confidence, beating Pakistan, beating Sri Lanka, setting the tone. I spoke about it before, but unfortunately it's the same mistake from the first game. Middle overs dominated by Bangladesh, and once you give a sniff to a quality side, associate side, is never easy to come back.
Now, didn't quite middle it. Maybe if it did, it had gone much quicker along the ground. But one saving grace, one positive thing I think is Aryan Dutt's bowling. He's coming into his fourth over, only given away 12 runs. It's been very impressive despite that little bit of a cramp that he had a couple of overs back. And these are the little things that they've got to take forward. Another good delivery.
And not only the bowling part, even he batted well. Remained Qirt. He got out in the last wicket, but batted very well. And certainly a handy off spinner. And bowling in the power play, being so economical, is not easy against a quality side, but he has done it. And just 3 deliveries more to finish off his spell. And he's probably the only shining light in this Dutch side as far as I'm concerned.
They changed the fielder coming in from long on into the mid-on, wide-ish mid-on position for the left-handed batter. There's a mid-wicket. Goes across and the bowler sees him, sees that initial movement by Tamim and immediately shoots the ball through. Quicker delivery.
Yeah, mind games here. Left hand asking the batter to go against the turn, putting slightly the length back, 100 kilometers per hour, and now the mid-on drops back for the last 2 deliveries. I thought initially Scott Edwards did the right thing by getting the mid-on up, but just the one delivery.
Now that's up in the air. Fielder trying, but it's not going to get to it because it's going to go spooning over his head. And allows them to take a couple of runs.
And that was a premeditated stroke by Tanzit. Even before the ball was delivered, he was outside the off stump, trying to scoop it over fine leg. Got the height, not the power to get to the boundary. And I thought the option was right, since Aryan Dutt is firing the ball in.
Excellent work. Last ball to go in his quota of 4 overs. Only 14 runs is given away. And the batting team are dominating. Yeah! And an excellent one to finish the over. That is a wonderful spell. 4 overs for only 14 runs. Ends the 11th, 75 for 1.
Well,
Well, I see the comparison between Aryan Dutt and the other bowlers. He's gone for 3.5 in a match which is scoring rate is around 7 runs and over. The others have gone 8, 9, 11, except for Durham, gone for 6.5, the economy. The last ball of the previous over. So have a look at this. Just angled in, much quicker inside edge onto the pads. Just eases that away into the deep for an amble single.
I have this feeling Maqsood Dawood will be targeted by Tanzim. Deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, long on, and super cover the 5 fielders. Conventional. Just have this gut feeling, Shamim, that Tanzim will fancy his chances going down the track or using the stock sweep.
He's going to do neither because the ball is out of his reach and gone for a wide. Yeah, I think batters sometimes predetermine their shots and try to take on a bowler. Not the biggest spinner of the ball. He waits for it and swings it away. That's going to go one bounce into the boundary for an excess pay 4. The runs have started to flow again.
There comes the slog sweep, Shaman Chaudhary. That was coming. It was loading for a while. Right in the hitting mark. Not timed too well by Tanzid, but certainly found the gap. And he's in a hurry. I think he's definitely targeting Maxwell Dowd. And Maxwell Dowd, being himself a batter, is trying to get the ball outside the off stump, taking away from the hitting arc, just like that. The first ball resulting in a wide ball. That line, I think, should be the way forward. Anything straight, anything full, I think that's going out of the park.
Goes across once again. Gets underneath that one. That's going to be massive. Wow, right into the crowd in the grassy banks, just outside the grassy banks. It flew way off the bat for Mammoth Rocket 6.
Told you all, our viewers, fasten your seatbelts. Tanzin Hassan Shakib, he's fancying his chances against a part-time leg spinner. That was right in the hitting arc. Gives the full Monty into the crowds. It goes. Would have easily cleared any boundary in the world. That was an excellent hit. Rebound catch being taken, not on the first attempt. And Nasir Mahmood, he's clearly overjoyed with the situation. Just a hit away. Tanzir Hassan Shakib, beg your pardon, Tamim, to finish things off. I think the ball was with the spectators, and they've been good enough throwing back into the field. In meantime, the fielders are taking a short break. As I say, a very good evening to Mazauddin Omi. You must be happy, man, with the proceedings.
Why not? Bangladesh is playing very good cricket. They've been dominant. The way this man on screen is batting at the moment, this will surely give him a lot of confidence. Missed out in the first game. In this one, he's making sure he stays there till the end. Shown some good hitting abilities. We have mentioned about Julian Wood. The way the Bangladeshi batters are clearing the fences, he will be very, very happy.
Not sure what's the hold up in the middle. The ball has returned back, returned Darcy. Probably changing the helmet, not too sure what's happening. But certainly things are looking very, very bright and promising for Bangladesh ever since they won the T20 series up in Sri Lanka, beating Pakistan at home again 2-1. Sri Lanka was 2-1. This is an excellent start to another bilateral win. 47 of 39 the partnership. Tanzir Hassan is expected being the aggressor. 32-23, and we got a confirmation that the delay is because Shiton Kumar Das damaged helmet. Wanted to replace it.
It's been a very good knock so far by Tanzir Hassan Tamim. And he's played some glorious shots. Initially he took his time and Parvez Hassan was going all guns blazing. But since then, he took on the charge. Played some gorgeous shots. Clean hitter of the cricket ball. Loves playing those big shots all across the ground. Inching towards his 50.
Very impressive. Remember, he's scoring a half century in the third T20 up at the RPM with us against Sri Lanka. Effortless. Plenty of sixes in that innings. Short in stature, small in stature, but when he hits it, it stays it. Pretty sure Julian Wood would have had an influence in this ability. Right, under pressure. Maxwell Dowd. Outside the off stump, finds the gap, goes behind square. Passing back for a couple of runs there.
We're just talking about Tanzir Tamim. Initially, failed in first few matches. It's good that the selectors backed him, gave that confidence, and now getting that reward. Need to back those players.
word is trust, Mazza. As soon as you give the trust to the player, he becomes a different player. 12 overs gone, 90 for 1. 𝗏𝗂𝗃�lathon Das has dropped the anchor, 12 of 14, letting Tanzit Hassan Tamim to play a natural game and play freely. 47 of 37, just 3 runs away with yet another half century in his young career. A very impressive Bangladesh, got to be said. A lot of energy. Here comes Paul van Meekeren. Slow ball. 2 is the call by Tanzit. And they come back. This can be close. Scott Edwards asking the question from Tanvir Ahmed. I don't think Tanvir Ahmed is keen to go upstairs even. That's good running by the batters.
In fact, very good running. Played with soft hands. Immediately the call was 2. Ran the first one hard and make it quite comfortably in the end. Good cricket by Tanzit Hassan Tamim. Not dealing in boundaries only. He's also looking to rotate the strike.
Just a single away, Tanzit. A good throw, good with a feeling by the fielder Deep Squally. He sprinted in. Tanzit Hassan was equal to the task. On 49. Bouncer. Can be called a wide. It is a called a wide. Mukul just consulting the square leg umpire, and I thought the umpires got it spot on with the wide delivery.
Yeah, Mahabhai, just going back to the Bangladesh squad, this same squad will play the Asia Cup. And you mentioned about putting those trust into the players. The kind of performance Tanzit Tamim, Parvez Hossain Imon, 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏 Das, the guys are giving with the bat. This has been a cause of worry for Bangladesh in the past. Since the Sri Lanka series, as you mentioned, the batting came more disciplined.
Running with the shot, a direct hit would have been a close one, but he misses it. And Tanzit Hassan Tamim has brought up his half century in just the 39 deliveries.
That's his 6th T20 international 50, a well-deserved one by this left-hander. Was calm, composed initially, played his shots and making sure he remains unbeaten to chase the target of 104. It's a very good knock, and this will give him a lot of confidence. Runs under your belt, always great for the batters.
Yeah, well, what you need to going to the all-important Asia Cup, the top order firing. Oh, mid-wicket misses out on the catch with the fielder being quite straight there. 𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗏 Das, Imon, Tanzit all batting so well. Biggest positive for me.
This series is also about winning, but at the same time they need to see out the areas they want to improve before going to the Asia Cup. You mentioned the top order needs to fire. This is the 5th occasion where someone from the top 3 has scored a 50 in the last 8 matches.
3 boundaries, 2 sixers in his innings, Tanzit. Shot. Straight down the ground, pitching up, and almost took the umpire with that stroke. That's a shot and a half by the skipper.
In the naked eye, it must look so easy to see. But let me tell you, at times, those full tossers are not so easy to put that away. He played that with utmost ease. Almost killed the bowler.
With that nexus pay boundary, brings up the 100 as well for Bangladesh. Juicy full toss, nice timing. Keeping a good shape there, 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗏 Das. Just 4 runs to win now. With the mid-on, mid-off in the circle. Don't think Paul van Meeken will be thinking about pitching it up. Got to be back of the lamp. Slower delivery. Solid defense by 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃.
Been a clinical performance for Bangladesh. First up with the ball and then with the bat. They just lost 1 wicket in chase of 104. A happy dugout. Mustafizur bowled really well. So does the spinner, Nasu Mohammed.
A lot will be spoken about the batting and the bowling part, Mazafar, but for me, it's the fielding. The energy, the catches were taken. Yes, today one catch was dropped by Tanzim Hassan Shakib. But apart from that, I don't remember any blunders or any mistakes being made. That's the biggest positive. As he bowled again. A dot delivery to end the 13th, 100 for 1. Match summary of the second T20 in the Dutch Bangla series. 103 all-out Netherlands. Nasu Mustafizur Taskin pick up the bowlers. In reply, Bangladesh doing it with ease. 100 for 1 in 13 overs with Tanzim and Litton remaining unbeaten on 50 and 18 respectively. Only batsman to get dismissed, the left-hand Imon for 23. Down the ground, long on in place, he cannot do anything. And Tanzim Hassan finishes with a nexus play boundary for Bangladesh to win by 9 wickets and 6.5 overs to win the series 2-0 with the game in hand.
That's a fitting way to finish the game in favor of Bangladesh with the bat of Tanzim Tamim. Played brilliantly. For his 54 of just 40 deliveries, and skipper Litton remained unbeaten on a run of ball 18. A very satisfied Bangladesh dugout. For Netherlands' point of view, still got a lot to improve in the third and final T20 international. Yes, Bangladesh go on to win their third consecutive T20 international series.
Yeah, congratulations to the Bangladesh side, the coaching staff, everybody behind this wonderful run they've been having in the last couple of months. Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Netherlands, they are brushed away. One more game in this is pretty sure the 4 players did not play today. Will get a game, the next one, just before the board the flight to United Arab Emirates for the Asia Cup. And with this form, you never know. Yes, some other teams will be favorite sides. But let me tell you, Maza, all my hard work of doing the homework, I think Bangladesh, don't write them off. The dark horses for me, leading up to the Asia Cup. Nasu Mohammed getting a chance in place of Rishad Hussain was excellent. Chief Wrecker with the new ball in the power play, picked a couple of wickets in the first over of his. And Scott Edwards and his side, unfortunately, they've not been up to the mark against a quality side playing at home. Unfortunately, they will certainly go back to the drawing boards to get their tactics right. Phil Simmons will be a happy man. As you correctly said, Maza, third consecutive T20 international series won with this side, led by 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. As you correctly said, fitting way to finish the game was Tanzim scoring the winning runs. That too coming down the track and as straight as possible to a boundary to remain not out along with his skipper 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃.
Finishing things in style. Tanzim Hassan Tamim alongside skipper 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, making sure Bangladesh go on to seal the series with a game in hand. And the crowd here in Sylhet are loving it. Been a dominant performance from the host, with skipper 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 leading from the front. The power hitting coach Julian Wood will be a happy man too, seeing his charge. Bangladesh coming to chase the target of 104. Started off with all guns blazing with Parvez Hussain Imon and Tanzit Tamim playing their shots. Parvez Imon was the aggressor initially before he departed. He was lucky as well. Could have been caught at deep, eventually missing out, trying to heave that one. But since then, 𝗵𝗺𝗽 and Tanzit Tamim hold things for Bangladesh and making sure they go on to win the game quite comfortably.
Yeah, excellent hitting. There was a chance at long on. Maqsood Dawood spilling it. Then off his bowling, Maqsood Dawood was gone for the 4, and then that massive 6 over mid-wicket, out of the 50 as well in pursuit. Straight down the ground of Paul van Meekeren. A nice straight bat and the winning hit. Too long on to win it by 9 wickets. Right, a couple of days before was the first T20 Bangladesh won it comprehensively by 8 wickets, and today they won it by 9 wickets, and we'll have one more game coming up in 2 days' time at the same venue, and Bangladesh leading the series 2-0 and winning it comprehensively. Right, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, postman presentation on the other side.
R1 to PA.
Very good evening. Welcome to the presentation ceremony of this, the second match of the Dutch-Bangla T20 International Series 2025 between Bangladesh and Netherlands, powered by Rocket and co-sponsor Nexus Pay. Well, another cakewalk for the Bangladeshis, really an emphatic win. They really didn't give the Dutch team much of a chance and win it by 9 wickets. Congratulations to Bangladesh and commiserations to the Netherlands team. It's my pleasure to introduce you to our presentation party here. Mr. Mohammad Saiful Alam Chaudhary, Director BCB and Chairman of the Age Group of the Tournament Committee of BCB is here. Alongside him, Mr. Mohammad Azizur Rahman, Senior Assistant Vice President and Manager of the Sharjah Lalu Poshahar branch of the Dutch Bangla Bank. Thank you, gents, for being here. Straight away, I'd like to call upon Scott Edwards, the captain of the Netherlands, to come across and have a few words. Well, Scott, another disappointing performance. You really wanted to do better than you did in the first game. Things just didn't click the right way. Early fall of wickets and not really anything to really bolster your run rate.
Yeah, no, obviously that's pretty ordinary performance in all facets. So, yeah, obviously very disappointing. Yeah, you know, we've obviously got one more game to rectify and sort of get ourselves into a position that we want to be playing our cricket. So.
Yeah, but they were playing on the same track as you did in the first game, and it really needed you to be a little more assertive, more selective with the shot making. Do you agree with me that some of the shots played could have been avoided? I mean, they seem to be in a hurry instead of thinking of settling down?
Yeah, I think we probably didn't assess the conditions that well. Yeah, it was obviously on the slower side to the wicket we played on last time, so maybe, yeah, you know, we were obviously a little bit slow to react there, and all of a sudden you're 3-4 down, and yeah, you're sort of chasing your tail.
Yeah, there are cameos here and there. Of course, Aryan Dutt played a good knock, 30 of 24 earlier. Vikramjit gave you some sort of a hope. So once again, back to the point that not enough for runs on the board. Yeah,
absolutely. I think, you know, it was obviously a little bit of a slower wicket, but still pretty good. You know, you want to be making 180, at least 170, 180 there. So.
And even when Bangladesh were batting, you're right that it was a sluggish wicket. They took their time. They were a little more selective, but in the end, they asserted themselves. Bowling-wise, do you feel once again that the bite that was needed or the expertise that was needed to adjust to the conditions of the wicket was not quite there?
Yeah, probably. I think when you're defending 100 on a wicket like that, it's always pretty tough. You know, I thought we actually started quite well with the ball. I thought Aryan in his first 3 overs in that power play was awesome. But yeah, you know, when you're defending 100, you need to get 3 or 4 wickets in the power play.
Well, commiserations to you, and you pick up your socks and come back strongly for the 3rd one.
Cheers.
Thank you. That's it was the skipper of the Dutch team. Right, now the award for the Dutch Bangla Bank Player of the Match, an award of $1,000 US, and that crest is going to be handed over by our 2 guests over here. And for his excellent bowling spell, the local boy, Nasum Ahmed, is the Dutch Bangla Player of the Match. 3 for 21. Comes back as one of the 2 changes in the team today, and really making sure that he hangs on to that check and the crest with some excellent bowling performance. Nasum, if you'd like to come across, please. অনেক অনেক অভিনন্দন। আজকে নিজের মাঠে যে ধরনের উইকেট আশা করেছিলেন সেটাই মনে হয়েছে। You got that support, but হয়েছে যে উইকেটগুলো তো নিতে হয়েছে। এক সময় অন হ্যাট্রিক কেমন লাগছিল তখন?
আলহামদুলিল্লাহ, অনেক ভালো লাগতেছে। আর আজকে ম্যাচ খেলতে পারছি, এই জন্য আলহামদুলিল্লাহ। আর ভালো বল করতে পারছি, আর ভালো বল করার কারণে টিমও জিতছে। এটার জন্য আল্লাহর দরবারে লাখ লাখ শুকরিয়া যে টিমের জন্য কিছু করতে পারছি।
এবং উইকেটটা দেখে ওরা যখন ব্যাট করতে আসে বাংলাদেশ, তখন তো একটা দ্বিতীয় দিনের উইকেটে খেলা হচ্ছিল, সেই সময় কি মনে হচ্ছিল যে এই উইকেটে একটু বাড়তি বাঁক থাকতে পারে?
না, ওইরকম কিছু মনে হয় নাই। তো আগের দিন আমরা মনে করছিলাম একটু ডিউ ফ্যাক্টর হবে, তো বল গ্রিপে একটু সমস্যা হবে। তো আমরা ওয়ার্মারের সময় একটু বল একটু পানিতে ভিজে বল করছিলাম। তো আলহামদুলিল্লাহ ওইরকম কোনো প্রবলেম হয় নাই, ভালোভাবে গ্রিপ করতে পারছি, ভালো বল করতে পারছি।
নিজের দেশে এসে নিজের এত ভালো পারফরমেন্স, সিলেটের এত বড় দর্শক সমাগম হয়েছে, সেটা আরও বাড়তি আনন্দ নিশ্চয়ই দিচ্ছে।
বাড়তি আনন্দ আলহামদুলিল্লাহ সবার সাপোর্ট ছিল। আর সবচাইতে বড় কথা এই মাঠে আমি লাস্ট ম্যাচটা খেলছিলাম মনে হয় লাস্ট 2 বছর আগে আজকে আবার খেললাম ওই ম্যাচটাও ভালো খেলছিলাম আজকেও ভালো খেলছি আলহামদুলিল্লাহ
It's good to see the smile on your face. Congratulations. Best of luck for the future.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Nasir Mohammed, well, what he said was he was pretty happy with what he achieved, understandably, with the support. He's a local boy, got all the support from the crowd here. They encouraged him, and also the fact that they were a little worried about the dew factor, which really didn't happen that much. There was an extra bit of turn on this wicket, which has been played same wicket as the last day. So he enjoyed himself along with the bowlers, and he's happy to get that award. Right, now we have the skipper, 𝗜𝗺𝗃𝗃, the winning captain, coming across and have a few words. Emphatic win. 3 series in a row. 𝗜𝗺𝗃𝗃, you must be over the moon.
Not really. I mean,
Not really? Come on.
as a cricketer, as a captain, I want to win every series, but it's not possible every time. But credit goes to all the team members.
Yes, indeed, it was a team effort, particularly with the bowlers. I mean, we're talking to Nasum with his performance, but every bowler chipped in. They seemed to read the wicket, did exactly what needed to be done.
Yeah, they're working hard last 2 weeks. We have a camp here, so they put extra effort in the practice. Although a little bit grip in the wicket, but they bowl really well. They execute their plan and they help how to bowl to the wicket, the variation and everything. I mean, you all know how 𝗏𝗄𝗃 is and how Taskin. The thing is, Nasum not playing too much game. He came to the team and he did his job. So that's the good thing.
It is nice when you win the first match of a series that gives you the opportunity to test your bench strength. You did that and it paid off. And because you're leading forward, you're practicing for the Asia Cup. This has to be crucial from that aspect.
Yeah, definitely. We'll try to build our team day by day. That's the good sign. Whoever come to the team, they delivered their job. And at the end of the day, if you win, everything will be fine.
Indeed, indeed. And it's so very important to go and get a 3-0 win. But you'd like to get some batting practice, don't you? Maybe win the toss and bat first. Next game.
Let's see.
Let's see. Okay, well done today. Carry on the good work.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you for talking to us. 𝗜𝗺𝗃𝗃 is the winning captain, and that is all from down here.
Thank you, Shamim. Good to see the skipper smiling and happy with yet another series win. Match summary again. Netherlands, after being put into bat, 103 all out in 17.3 overs. Aryan batted well for his 30. Nasum Mustafizur Tuskin, the chief wreckers, in their innings 3-2-2. The wickets they took away. And Bangladesh in reply. They chased it down in 13.1 overs to win it by 9 wickets with 6.5 overs remaining, with Tanzeen Imran Litton doing all the work quite easily. 2 games down, Bangladesh winning the series 2-0. We've got one more coming up in a couple of days' time at the same venue, and we'll be live at 5:45 p.m. on the 3rd September. Until then, it's a goodbye from Sylhet.